Welcome to the show!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to BattleRekt. It's the NA edition of things. We got through EU earlier today. We're down and dirty in NA. It's time to go. My name is Gex. This is Rainey. We brought him back. We brought him out of the woodworks. He's here. Rainey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, when you were saying that, I was thinking in my head, that's findable carpet, because I said that so many times,
Yep.
but it's not findable carpet.
No, there is no findable carpet here today. He is off doing other things, so he'll be back, I'm sure, next week or something.
Better
like that.
things
We'll
in
see.
his life.
Yeah, you know, he hates us, but maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, it is Rainey and I today. We are ready to go. We got NA coming up for you guys. We had some really good games, pretty good games in EU earlier today. I'm excited to see what NA has to bring us because we saw some bangers last week in terms of matches. Oh, God. Yeah, on that note, let's take a look at the bracket, see exactly what we got for you. It is Onslaught and Excel Wizards coming up first, and then after that, Deadly Explosion. Did they change their name? Or is this guy in our ear messing with us? Deadly Implosion.
Explosion.
Typically Deadly Explosion and Team RMS.
Oh,
Returning Team RMS.
they back.
Let's go.
Where did the Flesh go?
Yeah, I'm hoping he's playing in this iteration of the roster today. It wouldn't be Team RMS without him. But yeah, so we got some good matches for you today. Got some good matches. Guy in our ear says he's dyslexic. It's Deadly Explosion. They're coming hot. So we'll have that coming up here for you.
It
Very,
won't
very
be legendary. So
yeah, legendary.
legendary. That was
Yeah.
a thing too.
Yeah, we got all sorts of goodies for you.
You just will not let him live that down. So.
Never. Oh, never. We never let anybody live anything down here.
Yeah.
So.
Because we're all dead on the inside. with
That's
the
right.
nerds that sit in our rooms and play BattleRekt.
That's right. That's all we do. Just play BattleRekt. Well, I'm sure our skill wouldn't necessarily reflect that. Or at least mine wouldn't.
I'm
Randy's
Grand
pretty
Champion. I
good.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm Grand Champion as well. So is chat. So is Reddit.
So how do us all Grand Champions participate in
That's
BattleRekt?
right. How
What
do
is-
we participate? We go
What,
to
how do I get first place in this
Well,
tournament?
let me tell you, you go to BattleRekt.com
Mm.
and you sign up. Anybody can join. Anybody can play. Get yourselves in here. Start playing some fun stuff. It's free, too. You can't beat free. So come on, join us. BattleRekt.com to sign up. And if you want to, hit us up on social media, too. See what's up with not only BattleRekt, but all things NGE related. You can follow us at WatchNGE on Twitter as well. And keep up to date with everything. See when we're going live, see cool clips, all that sorts of fun stuff. So keep in tune with everything there. But we also have prizing today, Rainey. We do have prizes. They're not just playing for fun. They're playing for money and pride. Money, we got $500 for first place, $300 for second place, and $100 for third and fourth. So a bit of cash money on the line, some esports money, Rainey. So it should be
Pizzas.
a good day. That's right, esports pizzas, as In the Flesh would say. So, try and win yourself some esports pizzas.
How many
by signing
pizzas
up.
could you get with $500?
Oh, so many.
So,
Depends.
if you're getting it delivered, then there's a delivery fee.
Mm.
But then you minus the delivery fee, that's your total money for the actual pizza itself. But then you got to factor in the tip as well, and that's a scaling amount based on how much pizza you get, right? So-
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, I feel in theory, depending on the quality of the pizza, too, factor that in as well. It's just like high-end pizza. We talking like, some lower tier. But either way, you got yourself a lot of pizza from this year. But we will be getting into the game shortly, guys. We'll kind of run down, in case you're new to BattleRekt, briefly the format. I know the guys that have been here every week are probably tired of us saying it. But if you're new to it, BattleRekt, right, it's a best of three all the way through the tournament. Best of three maps, right? And teams will ban out maps until they get down to 3 final maps. And then from there, those are the 3 that they can play during their match. And then, of course, you also have the simple draft format. Rainey, what is that?
The straft.
The straft.
The straft.
Straft, I like
What
that.
happens is
Truncated.
people walk up to each other. Imagine like a Western movie.
Mm.
Streets are cleared out. Windows are shut. They walk up.
Right.
And then they draw, and in their hand is their pick.
Yeah.
They say, okay, you pick that, I pick that, cool.
They
And
reveal at the same time.
Yep.
Yep.
Then their teammates are sitting in the back. They go back to their teammates and say, all right, what are we picking next? And they decide, and they walk up, and they go, draw. And again,
Mm.
you find out who picks what.
That's
And
right.
it just happens in that sense, so you only know each opponent's pick one by one, and that just happens until you get all 3.
Yeah, it's cool, and it creates some. It can create some cool counter-picking play, right? You see the other team, they pick like a serious Shifu, and you haven't picked your support yet, and you're like, crap. What am I going to pick here? Probably not Lucy. You know.
Well, if you're feeling very brave.
Yeah, if you're feeling brave. Maybe.
Or if you absolutely need to go with your waifu, you know.
Or your wife. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're running the body pillow avatar for your own profile and your team profile,
who is the waifu?
You have to pick Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy's the you just have to pick Lucy.
That's
at that
why
point.
she's still in the meta.
That's right. Lucy's still very, very good, right? That's you know.
Lucy is great right now.
Yeah.
There's a time where people were kind of ignoring her.
Yep.
But
Not to. It was not long ago where people were kind of ignoring her and not picking Lucy, but now she's kind of back in. It's cool because you see, I mean, at this point in the game, depending on your composition, I feel like all the supports are viable to some extent. You know, you can kind of get use out of pretty much any of them for the most part.
I believe what SLS did was they nerfed some characters, and they also gave Lucy a buff to her Clarity Potion. Everybody was like, ha ha ha, Clarity Potion got like a 0.1 radius increase or something like that.
Yeah, you
and
were
then
all
Lucy walked up and started smacking up some people.
Smacking them right in the face. Gave them the backhand.
Yeah.
Lucy, don't mess around.
Yeah.
Lucy, don't mess around. Still a very good pick. It's great. I think the meta's in a fun spot, too. Obviously, shields have been very popular recently as well. A lot of champions that that have shields have been quite popular. You know, a lot of people are using Iva right now, getting a lot of use. Of course, the team composition we saw earlier out of Intolerant, you know, they have the Esmo, Iva, and the Lucy, and you have a barrier/shield of some kind on all of them. Really good composition that they are running, and they run it effectively at the same time. It's not just the composition that's going to win it, but how effectively and efficiently can you run that composition?
I really think Iva's one of those characters that's so popular right now because it offers a very balanced toolkit, right? You have shields for protection, you have Dispel for utility, you have Spell Interrupts for good CC. That lasts actually quite long. Taser is actually a long interrupt. And then you just have fairly good damage that goes through counters as well. The Flamethrower.
Yep.
You have CC through the Incapacitate. There's just so much in the toolkit that Iva has.
Yeah, lots of good stuff in the kit. She's been very, very popular. Of course, not with these guys, it seems, though. Onslaught running the composition that they've been running for quite some time now, that they've won the past 4 BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds with. Last 4 tournaments, to see if it continues to work for them today.
Oh man, that trade really went poorly for Skywin there, just because the X-Strike happened to hit him right when they initiated. The timing on Onslaught was so good, and just that slight stagger in tempo put Skywin so far behind. Look at the difference in melee character health here.
Getting silence there. Actually, lots of good damage coming off onto a verse. They're trying to jump on him right now. They've chunked him down quite a bit. As
Cooldowns
they
are going to be up for a verse now.
Yep, he's used his tornado. They were really trying to pile it on. Oh, Niwa with the big whiff of the jaws right there using his ultimate, but they managed to even things up. They were evening things up quite a bit, but now Skywin going down is going to put them in a 2v3, and Niwa's just getting mulched at the moment, running for safety, having to use that bubble shield on himself. Can he stay alive is the question and get back to help out Finlev here. He will not be able to.
It's one of those situations where you want to use your counter because if you don't, you'll die. But the target you aren't going on is not the one that's actively hitting you. He's the one that's kiting you. So what ends up happening is you just teleport next to, say, a Shifu, which is the last place you want to be if you're Skywin and low on health. And then he just stabs you in the back and kills you.
Yep. I hate getting stabbed in the back.
Yeah, not great.
Not fun.
Not great. And due to the smaller duration of time that Shifu is immaterial, it actually opens him up much easier to damage in scenarios where your counter does get tagged. It doesn't give you as much benefit as it did before.
Well, here we go. Round number 2 coming right up. Onslaught taking number 1, and already a verse has managed to get dinged up quite a bit. Ninjas as well. Is going to retreat. Finlev looking to allay the hurt. Right now as that center orb is going to come up. Oh, I thought Finlev was going to be able to snag that one, but no, Onslaught gets it.
Immediately pops the immaterial to take out the weekend, and that's going to mean that he can duel out quite well. Ninjas has to get away, but actually gets speared up. Now a weekend comes up, and the incapacity to trade. The bubble is put on him. Ninja's taking a lot of damage. There's his counter, and they bait it out. He's a dead man right here.
All they need to do, just breathe on him. There they go. They got him.
Good connection, but too little too late. He's procs his counter. No, you can't counter the ultimate. A good choice of abilities there from Reap What You Sow. will close out that kill. Now Finliv with a full stick of butter. Gonna go up against, oh, Pearl actually got 1v1 there by a verse, and he actually wastes his ultimate, thrown into the floor. No benefit gained off of that, and I think Finliv will fall in kind of a tragic scenario where they tagged on the first kill, but weren't able to kind of coordinate with each other, regroup, and XL Wizards loses another round.
Yep, 2-0 for Onslaught. Seen these guys go at it quite a bit over the course of really the entirety of the BattleRekt Proving Grounds tournament series. These guys have played quite a number of times. Onslaught and getting the better of them every time. Onslaught are just so good right now with this composition that they run. Averse really able to do what he does best and just sit back there and dish the damage on that tie. And one of the things that we saw that was really successful last week, I can't remember who it was, what team it was, but remember, they really tried to dive heavy on Averse, and it actually worked out for quite a while for them. I think it was Deadly Explosion. That was one of the areas
certainly
that
in the
saw
finals,
success.
Deadly Explosion did really well against Onslaught, and really it just came down to stamina and the mind games there.
Yeah, it was,
we'll see if that can happen this week, but XL Wizards are Onslaught's opponent this time around, and they're looking to make a run here. They're doing some damage, but defensively, they're trading a lot of health for it, and Onslaught just barely comes out on top at the end.
XL Wizards did get that.
No, Pearl might be in trouble here. We'll see if Averse can find the positioning. Tries to X-Strike. The boomerang is coming around. Doesn't get the stun.
Meanwhile, they're trying to move down onto the bottom. Oh, there's the ultimate getting dropped by Finlev. That will secure a kill, so it's a 2v3. They get the trade, though, so now we're looking at a 2v2 scenario. Ninja's got full stick of butter. Oh, Jaws gonna come out, but and he does actually manage to snag up one. Good silence, good finish by Skywind as well on the right click. So now a 1 versus 2. Averse has got a lot of health here, Rainey.
Yeah, and the silence is gonna allow Shifu to swing and then impale before the counter can come out. And really, this is off the back of kind of Reap What You So posted up a selfie. He popped the counter, nobody hit it, and then he was exposed for a long time, and they just dropped a lot of cooldowns on him and was able to make the kill happen. Oh, god damn.
Oh, later. All right, XL Wizards getting themselves on the board. 2-1. Onslaught still with the lead, but hey, step by step, Niwa having himself around there.
Pearl is definitely an interesting support pick, almost having that golden shower. He was actually, wow, that's pretty close. Pearl is a very aggressive support in the sense that you have a lot of great ability to put in damage, put in burst damage, as well as put them into the combo with your Shark, which we did see XL Wizards land in that particular game. Only problem being is, she's also very defensive because you actually have so few options to protect yourself. If you're not managing your cooldowns properly, especially in terms of healing for your teammates, you can find yourself in a really bad situation.
You certainly can. Hitting the counter right out of the gate is Skywind. A whole host of counters getting procced right now on both teams. As
oh my god, the Vortex just in time to cancel out Skywind's counter, and now he's left dueling out against Ninjas. The double incapacity is going to buy a lot of time, and that's a great move. And in that scenario, they're both trying to rush down Shifu's, but that interaction of the double incapacity coming just in time was the difference maker between Reap What You Sow and Skywind. Fantastically done. And the counter gets baited out. Ninja's posting up a selfie this time. It seems like Onslaught is really looking to make that social media a big thing for them.
Apparently, man, look at this. It is now just, well, it's still a 2, well, I was going to say 2 versus 3. Now a 1 versus 2. As Averse is able to snag up 1 kill. He's got a lot of health, but he's got 2 guys to deal with, and he gets hit by Finlev's ultimate yet again. So Finlev actually having quite good success hitting his ultimates in this round. He had really good patience earlier on where he landed it on Reap What You Sow. Waited till Reap had nothing left in terms of outs. Good timing, good patience on his ultimate. That's what you want to see out of Finlev there, able to help secure the kill and get the round for XL Wizards. So they've tied it right up. Got 2 rounds in a row. We're going to see a 2-2 game here, giving Onslaught a run for their money early.
Activating Finlev here in this last round. He really went off, and that's kind of the downside of, I think Onslaught is very willing to play aggressive, and most of the time, their general strategy is we're going to play aggressive and see if it works, in a almost disrespectful fashion to their opponents, where they say, let's just try to rush them down and see if they can defend themselves. If it works, they just keep doing it. If it doesn't work, then oftentimes their adjustment is, let's be more aggressive and see if we can keep trying to outplay them. And even then, they can still fall back on a very technical, very patient kind of line of play.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you leave Esmo alone to just put damage out, things like that are going to happen where Finliv pops off.
Yeah, yeah, you want to keep him in check, certainly. Man, reap what you sow. Taking quite a bit here, or ninjas taking quite a bit out of the game.
Skywin taking an interesting position, kind of put himself outside of the fight for a long time. He tried to go for the orb with the EX Spear, but didn't even quite get that. Got petrified instead, and so I think that's going to be a lot of lost momentum and pressure for Excel Wizards. We'll see how the rest of this comes out. Finliv is in trouble now, and Averse has so much mobility, he's going to be able to catch up. And Ninjas for the finishing blow. Trying to put Sharks down, but can't do it.
No, not quite in time. A 1 versus 3 for Skywind here, and he will end up going down. And Skywind playing the Shifu, something that he hasn't done a whole lot of in the past. I think last week was the first time that we actually saw him really try and dedicate himself to Shifu. Of course, Shifu very, very popular in the meta at the moment, and Skywind's been trying to make his switch over to the Shifu and get better with that. Of course, before he was playing Paloma, that was kind of his big thing. He would see, or not Paloma, excuse me, Varesh.
Freya,
yeah,
Varesh as well.
Yeah, Varesh. Nee was on Paloma, but not doing too bad on Shifu. You see him getting better week to week.
Oh, really good. The positioning on Onslaught implied pressure onto Finliv, forced him to put the barrier up, but then Averse and Reap What You Sow just back away and kind of don't put themselves in an aggressive position and just reinitiated once the arcane barrier was down, giving them a lot of pressure. It's just these little mind games that they have in the coordination with it that makes Onslaught's aggression so successful.
Ooh, Skywind trying to get out of there.
Not the worst because he was petrified up, so that actually protected him, and that's going to let Skywind have a lot of pressure here. He's looking for a spear, and here comes a Whirling Blade. There it is,
nice.
Finishes out the kill.
Well done, able to secure that kill onto Averse. So a 3v2 right out of the gate. Finliv, though, is very low on health, and he goes down,
man.
so they evened it right back up.
What?
Slice and dice all over the place. Holy cow, it's a little bit of Beyblade action.
Wow, everybody literally just hit everything. That was just, oh, banana!
Oh, man. Oh, nice counter hit. Really good counter hit coming out from Skywind. He didn't
it might be over.
Counter either.
It might be over.
Into
Oh
the
my
jaws.
God. And here comes the silence. He's got the charged weapon. There it is.
My
God.
That is so good.
There's the spear. He's really trying to go aggressive. I think this is the wrong move. He's going to pop his immaterial, but he might die after it.
Oh.
He hits the counter again.
That is so good. And in-capped.
Oh, the spear.
Wow.
Skywind.
That is
was
unreal.
Sick.
Skywind having himself a hell of a round right now.
Watch out. It's not over yet. We've seen crazier things trying to go for the green. It's a double in cap. Reap What You Sow. What is the plan? He's trying to distance it too, but Whirling Blade might close it out.
Oh, he needed to hit that counter if he had a chance. Wow.
Post that one up on Twitter at WatchNG.
Yeah, really, that was a good one right there. What a round coming out from Excel Wizards.
The Shark. Look at that scoreline for Nehua.
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 What a beast. Almost getting the golden shower again. Very close. Only a couple
I
hundred
like
damage
this.
off.
Different members of Excel Wizards are kind of really carrying each of their weight. If there's anything to say about Excel Wizards as a team, it's that they work together, and they try together, and they kind of fall together and win together, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Skywind especially had himself an incredible round. That last one, see if he can do it again here. Already Finliv getting pressured.
Oh, do not want to get CC'd up at this moment in time. Lots of pressure gained from Onslaught. They're going to get the rune for that. Here comes the ultimate from Shifu. Reap What You Sow trying to put pressure onto Finliv, but can't even get through the barrier. Oh my God, and if that rune had hit, Reap What You Sow would be in a bad spot now. Tries to go for the sides, but doesn't quite get it.
Getting petrified up
The
top
flick,
is Nehua.
the spear, nice. The timing on that was pristine. That's going to push Onslaught to the 4th round win, setting themselves up for the map win here.
That's right. They're going to have a map point here once they finish off Skywind. There he goes. So, as Rainey said, Onslaught have the opportunity to take map number 1 right here. But Excel Wizards certainly not out of this yet. We've seen them string a couple rounds together. Can certainly get back in it. They've been playing really well so far. Some of the best play I think we've seen from Excel Wizards in recent memory. Certainly bringing it today. So see if they can shut down Onslaught right here Vortex. Ooh.
Oh, lots of mobility is being spent here. I think XL Wizards is in a little bit of trouble. We'll see how well they can survive. Neo is trying to get out of dodge, but he's going to get focused down. He has no mobility, just surviving in that little tiny bubble as it puts another one on top, and they're still chasing after him, but watch out, it's a race. Ninjas has to survive as well. The silence might end it. He's petrified. Skywin needs to find connection.
Oh, he hit his counter. Ninjas.
That bubble is doing so much work for Neo right now. They had to
Seriously.
back off of him because he was just surviving so well in that scenario. Skywin might have just been petrified to doom here, and they set up the killing blow.
Nice CC there to set up that kill. So a 2 versus 3 Onslaught looking good to take map number 1 here. Oh, the Whirling
man.
Blade. He manages to dive out of it, but still Niwa took so much damage, and he is in a lot of trouble in the corner. He goes down now, just Finlev. 1 versus 3. That will be Onslaught taking map number 1 in this best of 3 in the semifinals of BattleRekt week number 5.
One of the things that is consistently good about Onslaught is CC.
Yeah.
Their crowd control is incredible, whether that come from ninjas, whether that come from reap what you sow. A lot of people tag on to their aggression and say, you know what, their value as players only comes in the amount of damage that they do. But you can't achieve that amount of damage if you are not precise with your cooldown spend. And there's always something to be said about Ninja's effective use of Petrify.
Yeah.
2 very big key moments in that game. One using the Petrify to peel for himself, kept Skywin in CC, and then later using the Petrify on Skywin again to set up the killing blow, as well as reap what you sow, kind of peppering in the incapacitates whenever necessary to kind of hold up and slow down their opponents. And in a race situation like that, I mean, Neo was playing really well, kind of keeping himself alive. He was able to survive. But, as I said, Pearl is a very aggressive support in the sense that you want to be using those abilities to build up pressure for your teammates. If you're trying to kite, if you're trying to survive, you're not helping the aggression. He was not on ninjas. He was not silencing up ninjas at the appropriate moments. And that is the difference between winning and losing there.
Yeah.
And that's purely off the back of the pressure that Onslaught puts with their CC. On top of their mechanics and consistent aim, and when you have a verse just outputting damage, I would love to see a statistic, right? Talk about a versus DPS, and I assure you it would be quite a bit higher than his peers. Because he's just so good at consistently putting out damage, positioning himself to get optimal damage. Yeah. And that's kind of what bakes the cake of Onslaught.
Yeah, they're just such a solid team all around, not in mechanics plus strategy, coordination, cohesion across the board. These guys are the real deal. They've won the past 4 weeks of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds. Can Excel Wizards shut them down here? They're playing quite well today. Well, we're going to find out after a quick break, guys. 5 minutes, we're going to go and try and sort out a couple issues with the stream, so don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss map number 2 of this coming up because we got a good one here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies from us here at NG. We, had to go through, fix some technical difficulties stuff, but we are back. We're about to get into map number 2 here between Onslaught and Excel Wizards. It was a pretty good first map. Excel Wizards definitely keeping themselves tight with Onslaught there, keeping it close. But, we should have a good game number 2 coming up here shortly, I hope.
I'm looking forward to it. Certainly, Excel Wizards has demonstrated that they can get pretty close to a winning situation against Onslaught. And I think that consistency is a key here, right? Onslaught is just very comfortable making the oddball decisions more often than Excel Wizards is. And as simple as that statement might sound, it's very true. And I think that's just the strength of Onslaught in the North American scene is they seem to have just better consistency operating and playing their characters over their opponents. Right? I don't think there's much to say about complex, deep strategy, because I don't feel like they've necessarily been challenged to the point where they need to employ that, right?
Yeah, they have really good mechanical skill just across the board, these guys. I mean, obviously that's not going to carry you the whole way. These guys have good coordination too as well, but I mean, they're just a slight step above a lot of the teams here. Very, very solid group. So the question is, can somebody beat them? We almost saw it last week. We almost did. Deadly Explosion. Were almost able to take them down, but the question, they weren't quite able to. The question is now, can somebody do it? But Onslaught do have the 1 map lead. Averse actually switching over to the Freya here rather than the Taya.
It's very rare to see him play a melee character in a tournament, but hey, maybe they wanted to experiment with something. Maybe they were playing based on the knowledge of a certain pick. We don't really know how that simple draft went, but Finlev also made a change to Bako. And that's the Finlev special.
That is the Finlev special. I'm excited for this. I love me a little bit of Finlev Bako. That's for sure. But here we are on Dragon Garden Night, one of our new maps here in BattleRekt. Very excited to see this get played again. Already Petrify coming out on to Skywind. Finlev running at Reap What You Sow over here. And Niwa also getting pressured up top by Averse. Actually not going to bite on his counter there. So Niwa in need of some help. Skywind coming back around. And actually Excel Wizards managing to barely get that first orb.
Lots of even trading between Reap What You Sow and Finlev, but that might be it. Gets eaten up on the counter. I think, the double incap is really going to protect. Tries to go for the silence, but body blocking it. And Finlev comes through with a big ultimate here. Chunking Onslaught down low.
Averse, they didn't bite on his counter, and they're able to take him down 3 versus 2. Excel Wizards with the player advantage, but Niwa, so hurt, ends up going down to Reap What You Sow. This is very doable for Onslaught here, making the comeback in the 2 versus 3. Just about dead even in the health department as well, and that time Onslaught able to grab the orb. Oh man, actually ends up getting petrified there. Finlev, nice in cap onto Ninjas. Now Reap What You Sow, really trying to keep the pressure on up top.
Oh man, that's a good line of play for Excel Wizards there, but the incapacity is going to defuse the situation. We'll see how the meter span comes through. Going for the orb, and he is going to get it. That's going to help a little bit with their sustain, especially with Ninjas on the field for Onslaught. It's tough to beat out a healer composition here. He's going to go for the green orbs, but now they're separated. Ooh, the counter gets baited out. He tries to go for the shield bash. Doesn't get it against the incap, but now he's got
to go down here.
He
does board. Oh, man. Almost got himself out. But that is going to be Skywind going down. Onslaught, a good resiliency to return back into that round. They are able to take it.
How do you make a clean kill against Onslaught? Almost every single time I feel like they take the first kill down, they trade it with another, and their 2 remaining characters seem to be in a better position. What that speaks to me is target choice for Excel Wizards, or how they are earning their kills, is too expensive for them, right? They need to either play patiently or be more in an advantage position before they go for their all-ins.
Onslaught are, as you said, very good at training, and they're trading. Trading.
You're good at that too.
Yeah, they're pretty good at training too. I mean, they're they've won a few of these now, so but obviously very, very solid. So they have a 1-0 lead in our second map of the series. Going for the counter right away.
They had the reflexes, but Averse didn't quite have the aim there. So
It's a good silence
Or
from
you
Niwa to
purposely
help
whiffed
him
it.
out.
One or the other. That's something that Averse really likes to do on Chulon, for example.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it. So Averse actually up top. He's got a couple of bodies to deal with here. Finlev just trying to go snake up.
Oh,
snag up those
man,
greens.
that's a lot of cooldowns lost, and Skywin might be in a little bit of trouble. Immediately breaking out of the incap, and that's not good. He took so much damage. That's a difference of seconds. You let them sit in that incapacitate, Skywin would immediately have the immaterial for that ultimate pop, but because Finlev broke it, that 1 second, 2 seconds of damage there made all the difference and put Skywin in a really bad spot.
Finlev going down now, so it's 2 versus 3. They're going to have to trade on a kill here very quickly if they want to get back into the round. Oh, it was a good attempt at an EX bubble from Niwa.
They make the kill.
Yep, down goes Averse, so...
If Skywin gets the green orbs, health is not necessarily in favor, neither is Meter of Excel Wizards. He's trying to get away. He pops the immaterial, and they don't get the orb, and that was super important for them. Incap.
Nice.
Into silence.
No,
Doesn't quite get it.
Niwa whiff. Oh, that's rough.
There it is.
Looks
Looks like Onslaught will be moving up to 2 maps here. It's very difficult. Ooh.
Unless he's, that's a shame.
Letting the, giving him the, this is like when you're watching Smash and they're just bouncing the guy around in between the two of them.
I mean, the fact that he's stayed alive this long is pretty good for Niwa.
They're waiting for it. They're letting him live.
Got them jaws ready to go.
Oh my god. Come on! Just kill me!
I believe in the comeback.
I always believe in the comeback. Did he get him?
No.
Run!
Run, Niwa! Oh, no. Oh. The moon and sun.
Oh! Oh!
Oh.
You're dead.
Run!
Oh!
Oh, yeah. Spicy.
They both.
What is this? Goodness. Well, there you go.
What a great display of skills. Selfies posted everywhere.
All over the place, man. Got a whole library of them now. But Ninja's almost getting himself a little golden shower right there. But Onslaught 2-0 in map number 2. Excel Wizards kind of waiting for them to come online here in the second map. They gave them a good run for the money in the first, but struggling thus far. Still a lot of game left. Don't want to let it get out of hand, certainly. So,
BattleRekts could shape the nature of the late game here for Excel Wizards, but that's also going to be true for Onslaught, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll see
good
how
stuff.
it shakes.
Watch out, Niwa, watch out!
Oh.
Niwa needs to run. Do not get speared right now.
And Liv just dodging that petrify.
Nice incap. Ooh, Excel Wizards will be able to steal it from Reap What You Sow, though. Needed to get 2 of them, only got 1.
So far, good silence coming out.
Oh!
Niwa
He gets them
get
both!
2 in
He
the
doesn't have the
jaws.
dive, though.
Really good. That's right. Getting some good damage out regardless. Averse still trying to go at it with Niwa up top, and Ninja's actually going down, so they have the player advantage going into the Whirling Blade as well. Averse just can't seem to shake it off. He's so hurt, but they managed to get the center orb. It doesn't matter because Averse ends up going down, so it's Reap What You Sow 1 versus 3.
Oh, can't counter that one.
Boom! Finlev just taking him right into the wall.
There it is.
That'll finish it off.
The amount of pressure, a very difficult spot to be put in, especially when you don't have your counter. When you used up your cooldowns, your teammates are going to be taking a lot of damage, and by that time, you need to heal yourself, but then you need to heal your teammates. And Excel Wizards has all the time in the world to pick a target and chunk them low.
Yeah, they bringing themselves back in. Now 2-1 is Onslaught's got it, and doing a good job so far. Finlev hitting ults. We always like to see that. Though I do love to see those Finlev whiff emotes in the chat. Finlev. Love your new emotes, brother. Here we go. 2-1. Onslaught, map number 2. This is the semifinals. Selfie getting posted by Skywind here. He might be in some trouble. Goes immaterial. Will they dive on him? No.
Spent all game trying to mind game Ninjas and actually does get it. And mind games to Reap What You Sow 2 gets an easy incapacitate once Reap What You Sow didn't have cooldowns anymore. And again, mates it out. Ninja's going to jump away. Here it might be the connection. He tries to go for the leap, but doesn't get it. And they still make the kill.
Very well done right there. Not biting on any of those counters. Really well done from Excel Wizards. So 2v3 in favor. of the Excel Wizards. And reap what you sow, very close to going down, and finally he will. It's just a verse left. Ooh.
Oh my god. I half expected to see coins pop out of Finlove there. Jesus.
And into the slice and dice, a verse just desperately trying to get away. Yeah, that shield ain't gonna save him there. So right back in it again, Excel Wizards. We're tied up at 2-2. I think this is the tale of what happened in map number 1.
Stabbed in the bun buns.
Stabbed in the bun buns.
In the bun buns. So, Skywind, you could see him fishing right at the start of the match. He just walked up, speared onto ninjas, turned around, turned back, swung at him once, turned around, used the impale, but aimed it towards Reap What You Sow, and then finally ninjas popped the counter, and the instant that happened, they started taking him to Pound Town.
To Pound Town.
So couldn't hold for just that little bit longer. And now Skywind is just running free. He's going to be able to build up energy for an incapacitate. There it is!
And
that's the way the cookie crumbles.
oh, Onslaught able to snag that orb of reverse.
Watch ninjas. He already has an ultimate. So he's looking to punish right here. Doesn't quite get a very effective one. Oh, the counter just in time, though. Really well played on Ninja's part. Finliv in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
But Ninja's being put into an awkward spot. You can't counter that. And now there's this 3 charge. He wants to swing, but doesn't want to hit the counter. He tries for the spear. Doesn't want that to get countered either. Double incapacitate is going to really build a lot of time. Ninja's getting bullied at the bottom of the screen. There's a double incapacitate. Skywind with a huge impale.
Ninjas.
And this is going really well for Excel Wizards, but they need to keep focused. The game is still very volatile.
Nice.
Finliv again. This is huge, but they can't make the kill to keep hitting that one last counter. Whirling Blade coming out soon for Reap What You Sow, and there it is.
Oh, yeah. Very well timed from him. Finlev, though, still had himself quite a round. Niwa's going to be able to get the ultimate off into a very nice silence. Well
If he had just turned around.
Oh, he's so hurt.
Skywind, no!
They hit his counter.
Skywind,
Yo, I think
no!
Niwa could, in theory, actually do this. These guys are all so low on health. If he plays this right,
He's
it
a
is
sharky.
possible.
He got his sharky. There it is. Run! Run! No, not the shark.
Oh, he didn't get any of them. He really needed to hit that silence, that charged M1 as well. I think that might end up being it for him.
Yeah,
Man, he
now he's
had an
just
opportunity, though.
Getting dumpster dunked. Oh, my. Oh, God. Oh.
Man, he could have done it. He could. I believed for a hot minute there, but Onslaught.
Well, everybody, their sisters, their mothers, their grandmothers, their great-grandfathers, their uncles, their nephews, everybody knew that the shark was coming.
The whole fam.
Yeah.
Was lined up.
The whole fam and the extended portion of that as well.
Yep, they all saw it. But here we go, 3-2 for Onslaught. Excel Wizards, they're still very much in this game. They're toe-to-toe each round.
Oh, God. Reap What You Sow, looking to build some meter. Here comes the incap.
Oh, my God.
Oh, there it is.
Incaps
There it
everywhere.
is. Yep. You got to know the instant that situation happens, they're going to want to peel, so they're going to want to incap. If you want to make the read, that's where you start popping counters. That's where you stop popping immaterials. Make it whiff, because that's a lot of pressure lost. Double incapacity to trade the double incapacity. Finliv has been going crazy, but you got to capitalize. Otherwise, Niwa gets squashed.
Just as he did there. Nice ultimate coming out from Finlev, taking ninjas into the wall, but can he keep that damage going? Using more shout, looking to follow up, but he got incapped up top there, so it is now a 2v3 in favor of Onslaught. Got to get a trade here soon.
Oh,
Not going to hit the counter either. Going immediately material.
Awkward
Skywind's
spot.
definitely going to be
dead.
Yeah. He had nothing left in the tank. And now Finlev soon to go down. And that will set. That will set.
Oh! Fighting bravely to the end.
That will set Onslaught up with a match point. Here, as they're just one round away from booking their spot in the finals for this week yet again. It'll be 5 consecutive finals for them.
I can feel like Excel Wizards has an opportunity here, but they just need to build confidence and execute. The problem is when your opponents are so consistent and it feels like they're thinking about every single move you're about to take, it's so easy to second guess yourself and hesitate.
Yeah. They're so close.
Oh, the CC chain is incredible here. Skywind just out of the game for upwards of 10 seconds there. Oh, double incap, and this is the Finlev special for this particular round. He's been stomping people.
Oh, man.
They need to capitalize on their CC, though. Reap what you sow, avoiding the counter for Skywin. There's the EX material, going to heal up Skywin himself. He's looking to build some meter, and he might get the Whirling Blade, but Reap what you sow has one, and the instant there's any spend, there it is. He's going to counter with his Whirling Blade.
Nice.
He's got the healing, he's got the defensive BattleRekt for it.
He's going to...
Ninja's in trouble.
Ninjas. Well done. He got separated. The rest of Excel Wizards, you can see them collectively all just turn on him.
I feel like Onslaught communicated, oh, I'm going to pop my ult and go for the kill, and Ninjas arrived late to the party and said, I'm here, guys, and he popped it, and everybody was like, no, sorry, that time is passing, he just kind of died for it. Nice incap. Oh, the counter!
Really good counter hit. Needed that, but does he have anything else left in the tank? Skywin just trying to stay alive at this point. Him and Finlev, they got to get this orb.
Oh, give him a poke! Give him a poke! There
Nice,
it
they
is.
take down Freya. So.
Oh, incap into stab, into silence. Oh, he's about to spin.
Chop, chop. But should
Uses
be around
the EX
for
material
Excel
cancel.
Wizards
Oh, nice. He has no counter.
Boom.
Excel Wizards.
Excel Wizards.
3-4.
Still
One
in
map
it.
down. Still living on the precipice of elimination.
That's right. Living on a prayer here. Trying to equalize this series. Bring a map back in their favor. But that's going to be a tough task. The thing is, Excel Wizards have to play so good to get one of these rounds, and being able to consistently do that is no small task. So
here comes Skywin. Gets weakened up, and that's going to put him out of commission for a while, but he really wants to be building meter here. He's got 1 meter to spend, and he could get the incapacitate.
Ninjas might be the target here. He has no counter or space at the moment, but so far it's just Finlev pressuring him.
Nice.
Counter again.
Oh, Skywin whiffs the incap there. That was their moment to put on a lot of pressure. Counters are down. Ninjas needs to be careful, but so does Reap what you sow. And they're going to corner him. Ninjas is about to get cooldowns up, and he does proc the counter. Skywin needs to be careful because mobility is available for Ninjas. Meanwhile, Finlev is trying to kite for his life.
Oh, and he hit the counter too. Oh, and Skywin not hitting his counter. He's going to use the Whirling Blade just to secure that
Nice
orb.
Incapacitate.
Really
That's
good
going to give Finlev a little bit of extra life here.
Verse really hurt up top. Oh, Skywin just about to go down. He couldn't snag up those green orbs. Verse still so low up top. So is Ninjas. Very doable for Excel Wizards here, but Finlev on the verge of dying. Can he stay alive? Needs those heals from Niwa. Good silence as well.
He's got the ultimate. Is he going to go for it for the orb? It's really important. They're just going to give the orb. They ceded so much positioning.
This is really tight right now.
Oh, he was patient.
Watch that counter.
He can flick and do. Yep. Oh, no!
Oh,
come on!
Finlev.
Oh, man.
Oh,
that is rough. That is rough. That was their winning ticket there. They're going to need to try to buy back this game. They will get the orb. Now, Verse has low cooldowns. He just used the last one. Gets stopped. And Finlev is going strong now. Buying back the whiffed ultimate. Oh, of course. He's got reactions on point. Reap what you so loves to do that. Uses ultimate and then cancel it with a counter.
Oh, man.
He's always looking for it. They need to be real careful. You can't be whiffing moves like this. You got to respect Reap what you sow's defensive maneuvers. And remember, being the last one on your team means a rune is double effective for you. So ceding any kind of rune control to Reap what you sow in this scenario is really good.
And this should be it right here. Yes, they are able to take him down. So Excel Wizards tying it up 4-4 in map number 2.
Finlev whiffing a few ultimates. And that might have actually been the first one he whiffed, to be fair. But he's landing a ton of EX War Stomps.
Yeah.
He's landing a ton of incapacitates, and that's the kind of pressure you need. I feel like if Excel Wizards comes together and figures out a better way to coordinate the incapacitates, they can find a lot of success actually off the back of Finlev's playmaking here.
Yeah, he's been using it so much, Finlev, and as you said, there's a lot of potential there with that much CC, so definitely something for them to think about. But this is a pivotal round for both teams. Excel Wizards needed to stay in the tournament.
They're going to back away, which is interesting. They opt not to go overly aggressive. I think Onslaught is in this position where they're kind of saying, hey, you know what, we actually don't want to lose this map, so let's regroup, think about it a little bit, and try to reconvene here. Make sure that we don't make it go to a third map. But at the same time, it is that aggression that got them here. 2 full sticks of butter.
Nice.
Oh my god, he might take a lot of damage here. Ninjas is going to jump away, but if Skywin connects, Ninjas is dead. He's got to spin. He's got to spin. What's happening? He's spinning on Ninjas.
Now, Skywin just trying to get himself out of there, making sure he doesn't get caught in a 1 versus 2 down low. Meanwhile, Reap what you saw up top.
Double incap.
Nice double incap.
Watch out for Finlev here. He's losing a lot of health, gets a bubble barrier.
Oh, man, he dodged that. that charged M1 from Niwa, and Niwa might actually be in some trouble here himself. He's going to use his ultimate, snags up Ninjas in it, and can he land the silence on top of that?
Not
no
going
one there.
for it. He's focusing on healing up his teammate. Finlev was really low, but now they've kind of evened up the health pool. They really need to execute very carefully here. Counter gets baited out for reverse. He has one more jump, I believe. But Skywin is in trouble. He's weakened up. He's able to kite away.
The aggression from Onslaught is just so good right now.
Ninja's in trouble. Here comes.
Finlev able to connect, takes down Ninjas, but they trade out immediately. So now looking at a 2 versus 2.
This is a rough spot.
Finlev is so hurt. Both players on the side of Excel Wizards incredibly hurt. Averse should be able to finish off. Yes, will be able to finish off. Niwa right there. Big ultimate from downtown from Finlev, but still, I think that might seal the deal on this match unless he can pull an absolute miracle out right now. And I'm thinking that's not going to happen unless... Oh,
man.
Needed that orb.
Finlev
Really
trying
needed
for it. He's trying for it, and he's giving them the runaround.
That should...
Oh, nobody
seal it.
nobody takes the bait. They know he wants to go for the green orb. Oh, he gets the in-cap.
Oh, man. Yeah. Onslaught taking it. They move into the finals of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds. Proving Grounds, week number 5. Really solid effort from Excel Wizards.
Yeah, strong performance from Excel Wizards. I think that it's interesting because every time you see them, and you know, they have these moments where they're really gelling as a team together and they're really executing very well. Yeah. And you know, even in the Enter the Arena tournament, right? They were actually very, very strong. And they had that second place finish to Onslaught. And it's really a lot of them kind of contributing in their own way. I really think that there's this level, they just need to come to this understanding and practice to the point where they can push past this barrier that they're hitting. And I think that they would perform much, much better if they can figure out their difficulties. But it's sad to see them take another loss to Onslaught, but who's not losing to Onslaught right now? Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I think they've only been beaten once in recent memory. I think in a PRL tournament they lost, but besides that, these guys literally haven't lost like a tournament in, you know, God knows when. So
it's a very dominating record for sure.
Definitely the team to beat. Let's look at the bracket and see what is coming up next. It is Deadly Explosion and Team RMS. Team RMS bringing themselves back into the top 4 this week. Haven't seen them here a whole lot.
Interested to see. Yeah, they haven't been showing up so much. A little bit busy on their own ends with their own stuff.
Real life.
Yeah. Team RMS is one of those teams that is always kind of, it's easy to look at Team RMS and not really quite understand the significance of their coordination and their teamwork and their lineup. If I were to attribute some of their strengths, I think a lot of it is off the back of Vareem, their support player.
Yeah.
I think Vareem really, and it's kind of, and I think this is the reason why it's kind of hard to gauge them as a team, because they're one of the few teams where the support is really leading the way. There were some moments in European BattleRekt where there's a player like Blanks who does that for his team, you know. And in some occasions, I think Randler has stepped up to the plate to show that for European BattleRekt, but it's actually not very common. You see most often talked about players like Teldo, you know, players like 213, like Averse, you know, like Joltzy. You see all these names, and they're all aggressive type players. You know, what about the Minis? What about the Blanks? What about the Randlers and the Vareems, right? And so I think that's not to downplay the rest of their teammates, but in terms of kind of finding who the major playmaker is and who's constantly kind of putting themselves on the board and really giving a lot of value to the team, I think there are these players that kind of stick out from their team and really make that happen. Yeah, the support player is not always the, you know, the noted heroes in the articles across many different games and even BattleRekt as well. But I mean, they're really one of the backbones of the team, and you see some fantastic support players here, as you were saying, Vareem included in that, who really bring the team together and put them in the right direction. So they'll be looking to him certainly to get them off on the right foot here today against Deadly Explosion, who has also really been just flying up through the ranks of the NA BattleRekt scene. I mean, these guys have made quite a name for themselves, consistently placing into the top 4 of the BattleRekt Proving Ground tournaments. And I mean, even these guys were just
I mean, hairs away from taking down Onslaught last week. So a really solid team here in Deadly Explosion. I think it's going to be incredibly tough for Team RMS to take them down with how well Deadly Explosion's been playing as of late. But we'll see if they are able to do so here. So it's Ogflosion on his Shifu, Trent playing Lucy as he normally does, Trinity Infinity. Been seeing a lot of Iva from him recently as well. So that's what
Team RMS running the tried and true.
That's right.
It feels like a very old composition.
Still can be very effective, though. This thing not seen as much these days, but still can be incredibly effective.
We'll get the double stealth. Nice clarity potion from Trinth. That's exactly the kind of stuff you want to see out of Lucy to give a lot of value here.
Jurgen down low, picking up those orbs.
Full stick of butter available. Oh my god, he tried to go for 2, but didn't get a single one for it.
Oh, Vareem just
Greed
getting
is good.
roasted. Right now, he is going to use his ultimate.
It's a 2-second stun, but the clarity potion was well timed, and Trinth is just killing it.
Yeah, he is. Trinth has been. So we talk about support players, and Trinth has just been phenomenal in his Lucy play for Deadly Explosion as of late. So he's definitely a guy to keep your eye on in terms of Lucy play. But right now, in the flesh, incredibly hurt, will end up going down, and Jurgen, I'm sure, soon to follow him.
Where did he go?
Where'd he go?
Yeah,
oh, there he
we
is.
were on the player's
Hello.
perspective.
I was like, what?
Where did he go?
Jurgen, hello.
So, you know, I think this game, there's not much to say. I feel like Deadly Explosion is just styling on Team RMS. It was very much a well-played round from start to finish from Deadly Explosion.
Yeah.
And Trinth just shut down every single aggressive option they had. They kind of lost the opening gambit, and Jade is a very slow starting character. What is really a good opening for Jade, right? And almost always the answer is going to be left click, right? It's not a very strong opener. You're not like a Shifu who can kind of jump in and make things happen, and right from the get-go is firing on all cylinders. Jade is a character that kind of wants EX meter, wants people to spend cooldowns before you really go in.
Yeah.
And Deadly Explosion won out that aspect of the game and just kept on carrying it off the back of Trinth, nullifying essentially any kind of meter spend in the Flesh had. Oh, this is big. This is big.
Nice.
The zap will be spent after a well-timed clarity potion, and Trinth continuing to make big plays for Deadly Explosion.
Jurgen's got to be careful here. Goes Camo looking to connect on a stun, but he's shut down by the Chrono Flux as you see Vareem down low here. Oh, they might turn on him in just 3v1. Yeah, not the best of positioning from Vareem. He didn't have any way out of there. So again, Team RMS getting themselves in this 2v3 scenario.
My god, Trinth is just, oh my god. This guy is just wrecking people.
Dude, Trinth is the real deal. I mean, in terms of Lucy play, he's actually a lot of fun to watch. As in the flesh is just gonna just get cooked there by Trinity Infinity. So Deadly Explosion going up 2-0 in map number 1.
Yeah,
playing lights out here
optimal
so
damage
far.
onto Vareem in that scenario from Trinity Infinity. Got the oil on, got the
Roasting, turning up that heat. See Team RMS here. They got to respond soon. Don't want to let Deadly Explosion run away with this one. This Jade Croak, the combo, it can be so effective. But the thing, it's just one of those that takes
tough
a lot of
spot for
coordination.
Jade. They're gonna collapse now. He's gonna go into stealth. No clarity potion there because Trinth is being put under pressure, and I think this is exactly what they need.
Nice.
Double incapacitate is gonna buy them out of that scenario, and Trinth is able to run around the pillar. And kind of, oh my god,
wow.
that was close.
That was incredibly close, but Trent, they've gotten a lot of good damage off on so far. And in the flesh, oh, that shield was still up. Good silence in the middle of the whirling blade, but there was nowhere else for in the flesh to go once it was up. So now it is a 3v2.
I feel like the early game is just a little bit too weak here for Team RMS. There's too many characters that are relying on that first 25 energy. And when they put pressure on Trinth, it was actually really good because Trinth couldn't really buy them out of the setups that and the aggression that in the flesh was putting out, but it's still not enough.
They started off the round really well, Team RMS. They got a lot of good damage onto Trinth. They really chunked him down quite a bit, but then after that, there was just Deadly Explosion kind of.
Oh man, that clarity potion.
Yeah, clarities are just
Before
strong, man.
the camouflage even came out, the clarity potion was in the air. Then You're going to just press a button and boop.
Boop.
No more stealth.
Yeah, see you later. There's Deadly Explosion.
The precision out of Trinth is definitely something to watch out for. Trinity Infinity as a player as well, of kind of he's a little bit of a younger kid, but I think is an example of kind of the intelligence and the speed at which they play at, you know. Averse very much in the same way, mechanically very strong, and Trinity Infinity really does well on Iva. You cannot rest easy against Trinity Infinity because he will capitalize on any kind of opportunity you give him. He's blind!
Oh. All right, here we go. Explosion's taking a number as far. Immaterial just used up, and the barrier is down at the moment, but getting that nice double in cap's going to help them secure that center run. Now into the goo. Oh, desperately trying to get out is Vareem. He does manage to do so, but he's got Trinity Infinity hot on his tail. Up top here, Explosion joining the cause as well, and down goes In the Flesh, so a 3v2 again. And there goes Vareem, just Jurgen left here. And that should be another Deadly Explosion round on the way. Oh, no!
Oh, God. Straight down the alley.
Just one of those
All
greens.
the pins still standing.
Ooh! Comes in, snags the orb, gets more greens. All right. But still, not enough. Explosion in the final blow. And the potential...
The Bun Buster.
The Bun Buster.
That's what I think
I
about
like
when
that.
Shifu closes it out with the Impale to somebody's
Yeah,
back.
the Bun Buster.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's real, though.
It's real hurt, real painful.
Yeah. Oh,
26 damage.
You try taking a right click in the Bun.
Yeah. Not fun.
Not fun.
Not fun.
Not fun. When
In the
Shifu in the Bun. Oh, dear God. I hate me for how far this is going.
Where are we going with this,
All right,
honestly?
Deadly Explosion. This is what happens late in the day, folks, on BattleRekt. You don't want none of this.
Lands a snipe. Trinity Infinity gonna take it to the face, but now Jade is being pressured up. Gonna use a junk shot to push away, and now the blast fall is down. Going for the snipe. Ooh, the timing on the counter wasn't quite right, and RMS get the orb. EX Stealth is gonna give them the green orbs here. They're trying to set up, but still just can't line up the snipe. Oh, gets Trinth with it. He silences himself as well. It's a lot of pressure, but they really need to set something up. Jurgen just can't find any connection, and there have been a lot of changes to cut. Oh my God,
nice.
No, don't let that happen.
Nice snipe. They got to finish off Trinity. There we go.
The ultimate just hitting. Oh my God, that's the situation where you look at your teammate and you just curse them for their existence. Explosion was just standing there, and the AoE got him through the tractor beam shield.
All right.
That's tragic.
But
sometimes Jade lands snipes. Oh, I'm blind.
Yeah.
Where is everybody?
Explosion. Oh.
Oh my God, straight through the dome.
Later, nerd.
Headshot.
Team RMS getting around on the board. No goose egg today, boys.
Hey, it changes a lot when Jade can land snipes, right?
Yeah.
That skill is incredibly strong. The only problem is when snipe happens, it's like everybody gets to look at you. It's like when you enter a room and it's dead quiet and you just slam the doors open and everybody just stares at you. That's what using snipe is like.
Yeah, lining up a snipe, everybody just looks at you immediately and they're like, well, I'm going to run away. Or dot. Oh, nice.
Oh, God.
All right. In the
Good
Flesh
target
is coming
choices.
online, boys.
Yeah, he's coming online. It's a big thing. Jades don't work if you can't hit.
Yeah.
But when you can hit, Jade's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty
good
cool,
when you
Jade.
get those snipes. Looking for
Oh, my
one.
God, the double. Get it!
No,
What?
Vareem! What are you doing?
Communication breakdown. Is the mic on?
Oh,
Hello?
man. Oh, he just like stared at it. I love you, but I love you, Vareem.
Oh, the
Here
double
we go.
taser stun plus the whirling blade. Good synergy on the side of Deadly Explosion. But whoa, they'll get hit by the snipe. Vareem, run! Oh, he's so. The disabling shot was at the perfect time, but Vareem's still in trouble. This is where the clutch happens.
Good space away. Make sure he stays alive. Everybody on the side of Team RMS really hurt at the moment. Using the ultimate was in the flesh, but not finding a whole lot off the back of that.
Oh, nice panic flash from Trinth.
Yeah,
Dispelling
really well
that
done.
situation.
So 2v3, it is in favor of Team RMS, but Deadly
Team RMS
Explosion.
is somewhat low on cooldowns.
Yeah,
They're going to have to wait for a few more seconds here before they go in. But Vareem is holding on to the get-out-of-jail-free card. Oh, nice. Knew that they were going to swing the instant that came out. No cooldowns left on Offlosion.
Nice.
Ooh, double incapacitate. That's how they're going to buy themselves back in. Watch out. The Croak is coming. And this is it. You're dead. Oh,
Ooh.
God.
Immaterial.
There was no disabling shot there. There it was. Nice EX Petrify.
Now, there's not much left on Ogflosion right now, I think. They got to go and try and get on him.
No Clarity Potion here.
Oh, just finish him off. He's so hurt. Oh, and they hit his counter, too. This
is concerning. This is
sad to
real
see.
concerning. They got the orb. There it is. They were able
yeah.
to close out the kill.
There we go.
There we go.
There we
Oh,
are.
God. Wow.
Deadly Explosion falling in another round here is Team RMS. They're like, what up? We online now.
Yeah.
No more AFK.
In the flesh. Woke up. He reached over and pressed the power button on his monitor.
That's right. Now he's like, what up? I'm ready to go. 2 rounds in a row for Team RMS. And, yeah, that's really been the big thing we see in the flesh now. He really has come online, though. I mean, he's the
putting
first,
pressure out.
Yeah, the first 4 rounds, we didn't really see too much from him.
It's a big issue with Jade. You need to make sure you're very impactful at the start of the match. Oh, there it is. Again, landing a big snipe.
Oh, he might be in
Double
some
incap.
trouble
That's
here.
real bad. That's real bad. There's not good targets. He's going to whip the snipe. And really, I think Trinity Infinity had a really risky jump there. If he had got tagged by the snipe, that would have been terrible for them. In the flesh, trying to make something happen. Whiffs. He tried to guess Trin's backing away, but Trin's just stood still. And that's going to be really tough. Lands a disabling shot, but Trin stands patient. Here's a deceit. There's a setup. The disabling shot gets a blast fault. And there's a kill. Jurgen with the killing blow there. Fantastic combo out of Team RMS to close out the kill.
Trinity Infinity very low
Stuns
in
into
the
the
back.
back.
He's stuck
There it
in the
is.
choke as well. Bessie. No. All right, Team RMS looking good.
I feel like they're much better playing around the Lucy pick, also respecting the clarity potions. It's a lot of snipes just in the neutral. They're not waiting for Croak to set it up, which was definitely the traditional way to play Jade Croak, was to look for the setups and make sure that you're holding your cooldowns. But in the space of the game right now, with all the changes to all the characters, and especially how Croak is, you can't really rely on that, right? Croak just has to be the cooldown popper, and Jade has to be positioning aggressively and also predictively to make sure that you're still landing the snipes off of people's response to the invisible Croak, not necessarily waiting for that damage, that incapacity, and the CC to land.
Well, Team RMS certainly making, giving Deadly Explosion a run for the money here.
Oh, God.
Number 1. He's got 3 rounds back, but we'll see. Tractor Beam coming out, just sucking.
Next
Jurgen
snipe
in.
is going to be tough to land. You're going to want to junk shot your way out of this, but he's going to pop the blast fall, and that's going to set him up here. He's got 3, I believe.
Go stealth.
Jurgen trying to buy his way out of this situation. He's got some self-healing on. Oil is applied. He's going to jump away, get the green orbs, and that's going to be really good for them. The Petrify. Oh, no, Jurgen walked a little too fast. Oh, the counter. Nice. In the flesh, threading the needle.
And actually,
Team RMS gets the second orb. That's really bad for Trinity Infinity, or rather Deadly Explosion.
Nice. Oh, stun actually.
Oh, that's
didn't
tough.
hit.
That's tough. He's going to have to wait for his counter, and it's going to be coming up soon. He's going to have it right here.
Team RMS not in the best of positions at the
Oh,
moment.
my
The
God.
Petrify.
Trin!
Wow. That Petrify.
The stun is coming, and this could be the end.
Oh. Just barely getting away. He's going to go try and snag up those greens. This time, Deadly Explosion getting the center orb. Not going to hit that counter of Ogflosion, though. Maybe an opportunity there.
Oh my God.
in the
Oh
flesh.
my God. Just barely. The EX stealth barely keeping in the flesh alive. And now Croak is in the tough spot. There's no taser. Counter onto the Shifu. He tries to use the Whirling Blade, but gets stopped by the Blast Fault. He's blind. He's trying to look for the target. He can't find it. EX stealth is going to be popped. Dream is being pressured out. And here comes a stun. But the Clarity Potion is well timed.
Not enough there. And that will be
Oh my gosh.
Deadly Explosion taking map number 1 here, 5-3. It was looking really bad at first for Team RMS, but I'll tell you, I give them credit for working their way back into that match, because I mean, honestly, I thought they were going to get the big old goose egg there on map number 1, but really
Jade
brought it
Croak
back.
is tough. Jade Croak is really tough.
is.
You need to figure out how your opponents are playing. You need to kind of answer their options. And mathematically, it's actually very tough to compete against this lineup that has things like Zap, that has things like Taser, that has things like Clarity Potion. It's very, very, very difficult to tag somebody. There's just so many factors that you have to consider. And you almost can't rely, when I say the math is tough, I mean that there are a lot of options available to shut down your aggression, And if you're relying on those setups, then you really have to rely on CC to start it out. If they're dispelling all the CC, you can't get the ball rolling, you can't get any damage going. That's why their biggest success is when in the neutral, In the Flesh is able to land the damage anyways, put on that pressure, then start having the players think twice about it, right? When they're low on health, they can't juke you, right? If they juke you and you just call their bluff, they're dead.
Right. So, I mean, it's good to see out of Team RMS really bringing themselves back, both In the Flesh and Jurgen, I think, kind of started to gel a bit more as the game went on. You see them hitting a few more of those combos. Of course, you'd always like to see a little more, but I mean, really, In the Flesh hitting those snipes made a huge, huge difference because the first, like, 4 or so rounds, we didn't see a whole lot out of them. Same with Jurgen, they just weren't setting up these combos, and then later on we saw everything's kind of starting to come together now, so we'll see if they can solidify that even further going into map number 2, which will be coming up very, very shortly here. So, do we see any changes out of RMS? I know, at least for In the Flesh, we're not going to see a change, because that guy's Jade Master. But in terms of the other two, will we see anything?
I know Varim is a very big fan of Lucy. I don't know how much he's been playing Lucy.
Yeah.
And in many ways, Uldur can be just as good, right? Uldur is kind of the character that you would like to pick. The only thing is, the super annoying thing is, something like Snipe overrides the stun from Uldur's time travel. And so, like, if you're lining up a Snipe to time it right when the stun hits on your opponent, let's say the stun is for 2 seconds and your Snipe hits at like 1.9 or whatever, it'll actually get rid of the rest of that stun and replace it with 0.5 seconds. So you actually lose out on like a whole second and a half.
Yeah. So it's something to keep in mind. But, well, to answer our question, will there be any changes? No. Team RMS, and I think this is fine because Team RMS started to, it seemed like they were really starting to figure things out. I don't know how often they play with Jurgen. If
it's going to be
like
tough too with all the BattleRekts resetting. They don't quite have the options that they did in the late game here.
Yeah.
So they might just be taking a beating for these early rounds again.
We'll see. See how it pans out, but out of the gate here In the Flesh. Oh, just missing the snipe on a Trinth.
WSAD from Trinth is upgraded now. He does not want to make any kind of errors here.
That's right. Hitting that counter of Augplosion is Team RMS looking for the snipe. Oh, to get that orb.
Oh, God.
Deadly Explosion barely grabbing it up.
It's one of the real difficulties of Jade as well, and kind of one of the things that I think makes Jade a lot weaker. Huge combo landing there for Team RMS. The change in orb health actually made it very tough for Jade. In many situations, Jade could just kind of take it very easily in a short time span, but now that's just not the case.
Orb back up again. Team RMS able to get that one. Dead even on health right now. The ultimate in the back coming out. Ooh, nice silence to shut down the rest of that ultimate, but now getting the in-cap. Now going for the stun onto Trinth. Side there. On the side. And In the Flesh. Uh-oh, stuck in the back here. That's not good news for him. He needs something. Bream bailing him out with his ultimate.
The 2-second stun.
Oh,
no. The zap with the Dispel.
Now Bream just trying to deal with Augplosion down here at the bottom, who does not have counter at the moment, I don't believe. Should be coming up shortly, but he does get barrier from Trinth. So they're both just so low on health, especially Bream. He's hanging on by the skin of his teeth right now. The only chance they have, really, is if they can connect on a kill right here, but barrier is up. Yep, and down goes Jurgen. Oh, see you, Varim.
Good, nice little bit of awareness on Trinth's part on Jurgen's ultimate. As he was passing through, Trinth measured the distance that Jurgen would go really nicely and just wound up the Petrifying Bolt and tagged him right at the end of the ultimate, ensuring that they could control the situation and set him up to take damage. Really well played.
Well played indeed. Trinth has had himself quite the round there, but Deadly Explosion up 1-0 in map number 2. We'll see. Look at all those Scorpion mounts. Beautiful.
What sound do Scorpions make? I mean, like their actual call. Like, do they go caw? Is that the sound Scorpions make?
Good question. I feel as though it's a screech of some kind. If I had to guess. Kind of screechy looking little things.
Yeah.
In the Flesh. Uh-oh.
Oh, God. He really wanted that Blast Vault. Lost a bunch of health for it. And Varib is nowhere near to heal. He's trying to line up a snipe, but everybody just backs away. Ooh, even hits the counter. Nice. I love the incapacity on the EX Stealth. It's such a good option against that cooldown.
Nice. Coming out from in the
Oh
flesh.
God, don't hit it!
Oh, he hit it. Well, they hit in the flesh, I should say, but looking for, hitting Venom from range, but able to, I believe, iframe out most of that damage. So right now, Jurgen and Vareem both stuck between a rock and a hard place, and down goes Vareem. Now Jurgen,
Man,
the last one, he knows he's done. Deadly Explosion.
Trinity Infinity is not going to Hell's Kitchen because he definitely did not leave. Well cooked, Vareem.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. Would he be pleased?
I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, he's a picky guy.
It
Gordon.
depends, right? Sometimes you don't want to cook your steaks too well.
Yeah,
It's actually real bad.
Carbon and I talked about this. I'm a medium rare guy.
You're a medium rare?
Yeah.
I'm kind of a medium rare guy as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the normies option, though.
I don't want to be a normie, so I'm just gonna go for raw steak. I'm a man.
Still talking, still mooing. That's the.
Yeah. Well, here we go. A Deadly Explosion up 2-0.
Does actually hit the snipe.
Getting the double in cap too. Augflosion, very nice. They follow up on that CC. Orb is up. Oh, just missing the snipe again. Is in the flesh. I want to see him hit a few more of those if Team RMS have a chance in this match. And they're hitting counters again into the whirling blade here.
Oh, God.
Man, Jurgen
So
was just
much
getting
damage.
melted. Right there, he's just desperately trying to get away at this point. Both of his jumps are up. Did go into the seat, getting the in cap. It was, you can,
Oh,
actually,
no. He's actually in trouble.
Oh,
Didn't hit
so
with the
low.
time travel.
I don't think there's much left on the side of Augflosion or really on Deadly Explosion, but he's repositioned himself to the point where they can't really follow up, and now he's just going to take the aggressive route, Augflosion, getting barrier right there, and then into an in cap. Oh, hitting his counter as well off the snipe. Pretty big health
Waiting
advantage.
for the ultimate, and he could kill here in the flesh could. He just needs to activate his ultimate from the right angle.
Nice.
Oh, he's dead.
Well done by Jurgen, hitting the Venom and then getting the stun there, or the in-cap to finish it off. So, Team RMS getting around on the board.
There it is.
Woo!
There it is.
Woo! Woo! Man, getting a little wild here. Man, don't want to go too crazy, given the woos.
Team RMS is having a hard time kind of standing up to the amount of pressure that Deadly Explosion brings, just from the CC as well as a constant. I think defense is really the key here for Deadly Explosion, whereas the other two teams we saw a lot of aggression come out of them. This is a game where I feel like defense is kind of king. Deadly Explosion has fantastic defense.
Yeah, they do, and I'll touch on it here in just a moment, but as you can see, getting stunned up quite a bit is Augflosion. Actually pulling one back in, gets barrier. Augflosion, he's looking to continue to ramp up his damage, but it's there for the taking. Trent is able to secure the orb.
Oh my
Double
God.
petrify as well. Now Jurgen's got to be careful himself. He's trying to get up top and get to these greens, getting the stun off. No follow-up. Meanwhile, Augflosion's just been all over in the flesh, and Vareem, landing a good snipe there, was in the flesh. On to Trinity Infinity Orb up again. A pivotal one. Oh, going in for the slice and dice was Augflosion, but stunned up right in the middle of it. Oh, getting shut down on the ultimate was in the flesh, and Jurgen, pretty much no health left here.
I like the mind game Jurgen played. Oh, into the tractor beam, and he's going to have to jump away. But interestingly, Trinth dropped all his meter on a very ineffective crippling goo, and I think they're just trying to close out on Jurgen here, and I think they will.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
wow.
EX stealth just in time.
Literally just in time, but still, I mean, if they breathe on him, he's done at this point. Any sort of CC and follow-up will be able to take care of him. Same within the flesh. He's in dire straits at the moment, looking to line up a snipe. He'll think better of it.
Oh, the
Chronoflux.
cleanse. Oh, they do get
Nice.
the orb, and that's going to help them extend for just a little bit more. Time travel's happening.
Nice.
He gets stunned up. There's a counter. The
Oh, they don't hit the
taser is going
counter.
to stun too, and they could have finished out the kill, but taser does land. And now they're just scattering. Don't want to get picked up.
Venom easily eye-framed by Trinity Infinity there. Would have liked to see maybe a bit more patience on that. They get a good stun off barrier, and I believe Zap even was used. Now just trying to look for the opportunity to get in, and it is Ogflosion with the slice and dice taking them out. But something I wanted to touch on, something cool that happened in the previous round, not this past one, the one before that, was you were talking about the defense, Rainey, and there was a point where Ogflosion got stunned up, or I think he got in-capped by Jurgen, and you just saw Trinity Infinity. He was just holding the tractor beam right over top of his in-cap teammate. Things like that, just those little things helping out, protecting his teammate in those scenarios. Now, that's not going to be full protection, but it's at least going to give him a little bit more, always helping out teammates in need. Just one of the things that make Deadly Explosion just so good at what they do. Jurgen, speaking of the tractor beam,
oh God, everybody's just dying! Everybody's dying!
Oh, it's death! Death everywhere!
Oh,
don't
shoot the wall!
Don't shoot the wall in the flesh!
Oh no! The petrifying bolt does whiff. And now Lucy's being put into a little bit of pressure here. Gonna be a little bit concerned. Doesn't look like positioning on Team RMS is that dangerous quite yet, but that could change in a second.
Oh, nice snipe.
Off the in-cap.
What we need to see.
That's quite a lot of counter pressure, and the time travel off the taser stun. He's gonna use immaterial.
Managed to avoid it.
Oh, it was actually the perfectly timed zap, so he was able to use immaterial afterwards. Free!
Oh, wow.
The spin is strong.
Spin too strong.
Oh my God, look at those barriers. Oh, did 0 damage. 0 actual damage.
Feels barrier, man. Deceit. Boom, in-cap, what up? Nothing there. These guys are both at like 1 health. Breathe on him. Just
chew? Achu.
Achu, yep.
Yep, there it is.
There we go. There's the breath.
I
That
choose
led
you,
to death.
Pikachu. That's what we should have done for you.
Ah,
I choose you.
missed opportunity. Damn it. Oh. All right. Well, remember that one for next week. I'm writing it down.
Oh, man. 4 rounds to 1, and Deadly Explosion is showing no sign of stopping. And you know what? This is a team that, during the proving grounds, has really proved themselves, if you will. You know, they did well before and kind of entered the arena where early kind of Afflosion showed up and Trinity Infinity and Trinth kind of, they started playing with each other, and now they're kind of a consistently kind of second place team, whereas before it was kind of Team RMS slated against Excel Wizards.
Yeah, they certainly have made a hell of a name for themselves here, Deadly Explosion.
Oh, the clarity pushes down. They could make a setup happen here, but don't get tased. They're looking for it. They're looking for the position here.
Reem trying to get away.
Oh, he's so slow. Why are you so slow in Deceit? What happened? What happened, Croak? You got to go work out, bro.
Yeah, man, get those legs pumping. Skipping leg day?
That's exactly what happened to Croak.
Yeah.
He skipped leg. Oh, God.
Goo. Run, Jurgen! Run! Oh, that was a really nice Chrono Flux, actually, from Fareem to help keep Jurgen alive.
A little boost.
Oh,
nice. Well-timed counter. Blast Vault stun is there, and Afflosion's going to pop his immaterial, but Time Bender is the answer here. Jurgen is in trouble.
In
the flesh is trying to buy some space for his teammates, but instead Uldur will fall.
2v3 it is. They have to win this round. Team RMS, their tournament life is on the line.
So much barrier. But here comes a big snipe. Oh, no, he gets stunned up by the taser. Of course.
Oh, there it is, folks. Deadly Explosion. They have got themselves a date with Onslaught.
Again. The callback.
Callback. They sent the text. They,
Onslaught
feeling
gave them the
good.
one-letter reply.
Well, they're looking to maybe change their minds here
Really
today.
enjoyed yesterday evening.
Well,
had a great time, and I think we connect.
Yep. Now they're looking to spice it up a bit.
Thanks so much for covering the evening. Would you be interested in going to watch BattleRekt tonight? And Onslaught said K.
They're like, K. And now Deadly Explosion's pissed. But they're ready to go. They have a second chance today. Right? Last week was close. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
The storyline became that Deadly Explosion became pissed that Onslaught cared so little, and now they're here and they're gonna ruin Onslaught's day. That's
Yep.
the storyline.
They're going to try and ruin their day. They almost did last week. Came very, very close. It came down to 1 round. They were in the 3rd map, 4-4. And then Onslaught was just like, nah.
Nah.
And then they took it from him. Let's look at the bracket. We can see how things are shaping up. Onslaught, Deadly Explosion. These guys have been the real consistent, like, top 2 in NA. I mean, obviously, Excel Wizards right in there. They can compete with these guys, but obviously 2 weeks in a row now we've seen Onslaught, Deadly Explosion in the finals. Really good game to come. We're hoping just as good as the one last week, or will Onslaught turn it up a notch and be like, nah, again. They're going to send him another 1-letter text. Give him the K.
K.
We'll see. We'll see. It's coming up here soon, guys. But on that note, I think we are going to step aside for just a couple of minutes, get ramped up for the finals
Take
here.
a little nappy nap.
Yeah, do whatever you got to do. Get your popcorn, get your drinks, whatever. It's about that time of the day here in the U.S. where you guys can go grab a beer or something, I think. So it's about time to go. We'll see you guys shortly for the finals of BattleRekt The Proving Grounds, NA Edition. See you in a bit. show, everybody. We're back. We're here for the grand finals of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds, week number 5. We're just about to get into it. My name's Gex. This is Rainy, and we are ready for this matchup. Deadly Explosion and Onslaught. It's going to be good. These guys had a barn burner of a match last week, and, you know, hopefully we get the same this week. Let's see how these teams got here today, how they got to this point in the bracket. Onslaught taking down Excel Wizards 2-0. Deadly Explosion take down Team RMS 2-0, though. Pretty close at points in both of those series. But, you know, hopefully we see, as I was saying, a little bit of what we saw last week, because these guys had a brawl. Came down to the final round in map number 3. Onslaught almost got dethroned by Deadly Explosion, but Onslaught, alas, have still won 4 weeks of BattleRekt, the Proving Grounds, in a row. So the real storyline here, I think, is who's going to beat them.
Yeah.
Who's going to beat them? We'll find out.
Beat him.
Yep.
Nobody has really been able to, especially consistently. They've maybe lost here or there.
Yeah, but it's...
And by here or there, I mean maybe twice.
Yeah, twice, something like that. Besides that, they've been really, really consistent. So let us know what you guys think about all that. You can tweet at us at WatchNGE. You can also tweet at our own personal Twitter accounts and kind of get in with the action and, you know, see us talk about games and stuff. But, yeah, keep in tune. I don't know how to talk anymore. We're in the NA stage. This is about when I start going spaghetti mode.
Yeah, it's nappy nap time. I went to the
can't
toy
wait for a
toy.
nappy nap. The toy nappy nap. That's my, those are my 2 favorite things.
Nappy nap in the toy toy?
Yeah, hey, you know, whatever gets the job done. Yeah, but we will be getting into game here shortly, guys. It's Onslaught, Deadly Explosion. Probably my two favorite teams to watch currently in the NA side of things. As we said, Deadly Explosion have really kind of come up. They started to make a name for themselves, right, all the way back to Enter the Arena.
Yes.
And since then, they've been just getting better and better and better. I can't remember exactly where they placed in Enter the Arena. It was kind of lower down, I believe, somewhere in that, their final placing, Deadly Explosion. It was, I think, like 5th, 6th area.
I feel like
something in that range.
It was pretty far, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty far, all things considered.
Right.
But they certainly looked really strong, but they weren't the top 3 in NA, right? Which was Onslaught, RMS, and Excel Wizards.
Yeah.
You know?
And now,
but a lot of interesting things happen at Enter the Arena, to be fair.
Yep.
But they're certainly on a tier above now.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I'd say at this point, I mean, they obviously can go toe-to-toe with Excel Wizards, and there's teams that can compete with them, but, you know, they're really top 2, top 3 at this point, you know, pretty definitively with how they've been performing throughout BattleRekt Proving Grounds this week. Also, speaking of which, big shout-outs to Stunlock Studios and Twitch as well for helping us put on this entire tournament. BattleRekt the Proving Grounds, big shout-outs to them. Without them, we couldn't have made this happen, so, you know, thanks, guys. We love you. But anyway, game coming up. It is Onslaught and Deadly Explosion. The same compositions we've been seeing from both sides. No surprise there. This is the patented composition on the side of Onslaught. We did see a verse break out a Freya earlier, but he is back onto the Taya for at least this first map. So, see if Deadly Explosion can bring the heat today. I see ninjas do that quite a bit sometimes.
Yeah, he's just pressing buttons.
Yeah, he's getting a little antsy. I don't blame him.
Zoning, and Reap What You Sow just dives in. It's going to be 2v1 situations, and Trinz is trying to bring value to both sides. See, dodges the counter of ninjas as he's just going to back away, leaving Reap What You Sow. He whips the incapacitate, and that might be real bad. He misses the counter as well. Here comes Trinity Infinity, and this is where the real pain starts happening. Lines up the missile. He's trying to deny the green orbs there, and that's going to be really smart for Trinity Infinity. Reap What You Sow is down and out.
He is, I mean, like 1 health right now. Yes, he is actually 1 health right now. Still hasn't gotten a heal. He goes in material, and somehow he's still alive. That's
yeah. He's just playing passively, position-wise.
Yeah.
You just need to be okay. You can't spend resources on him at this point if he's playing this way, because he knows that if you come chasing for him, that's kind of taking a whole body off the 3v2 situation. He's actually very okay with that.
Yeah, he is still alive. Augflosion hitting his counter, and he comes in hot to get a kill onto a verse.
Oh. They still get the orb.
My.
Oh my.
Oh my. Reap What You Sow looking to re-engage.
Disgusting.
Here we go.
Oh god. Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, nice counter hit there.
That was
from
weird.
What you sow into the in cap, but again, he's back at 1 health and ends up going down. So Ninja's in the 1v3. Deadly Explosion should be good to secure round number 1.
Oh,
here.
God, that's not a good place to be.
And dead.
Yep. Yeah, you know, when Trinity Infinity is demonstrating that kind of awareness and that capacity to duel against reap what you sow, right? And especially in that scenario, I mean, the team as a whole, Trinth, Afflosion, everybody was playing around Reap What You Sow's cooldowns. And typically, Reap What You Sow is so good at dueling that when he jumps in 2v1, he can play around both players' cooldowns. But that time, it was just not the case. He got put in awkward spots, got hit by CC, and whiffed his incapacitate, which is a big thing. He needed that CC to buy himself space to kite away. Instead, he took a bunch of damage for it.
Oh, Deadly Explosion coming out hot. They take the first round. Obviously, game over, right? Oh, but Onslaught looking to respond. Here is Trinity. Infinity's in pretty deep. Good counter hit coming out from Ogflosion as well. Looking to really lay in the hurt here onto a verse if he can. That was one of the things Deadly Explosion did really well last week.
Nearly got outplayed by the haste that Averse put down. But they were focused on the center orb rather than playing aggressive, and here it comes again. This is a very important time for Onslaught. This is where they buy space, and Averse is kiting away and gets the objective control at the same time.
Trinth able
What
to
you
roll
sow
out
is
of there.
in.
Hitting the counter, though. Now Ogflosion's in, trying to snag this orb. And Onslaught actually able to secure it. Averse gets it with the banana. And the ultimate from Averse.
Trinity Infinity is playing the role that Reap What You Sow played last time. He's just trying to make it very difficult for anybody to really tag onto him. And he actually committed on that when they got the double CC. Trinity Infinity has no mobility.
Now Ogflosion goes down. He didn't hit his counter. He was in a lot of trouble. Trinity didn't have anything either. So
Health is an important resource. When you can't stand your ground and take positioning and help your teammates, you put them in a 3v2, and in that situation, because Trinity Infinity was so low, they had to leave Afflosion on his own. And they ended up taking him down first.
Onslaught, quick response. Tie it right back up at 1-1, bud. And we'll see now as both teams are starting to gear up there. Trinth, of course, doing some big stuff last round. It's been crazy because Trinity Infinity's been pretty tight with Ogflosion in terms of damage numbers. I mean, typically you don't think of Iva as someone who's pumping out loads of damage necessarily, but Trinity Infinity has been doing pretty well in that department.
Oh my gosh, the huge meter generation on the side of Reap What You Sow, but really slowed down there. Reap What You Sow has a lot of ammo in the chamber. We'll see. There's the incapacitate. He's going to look to grab center orb, but he's actually going to fail to do so. Already, though, we see Afflosion about to get wrecked. Incap into Petrify. He's going to heal up on the Petrify there. Reap What You Sow. He's going to spin for the shield and spin away slowly while Ninja's heals.
Yeah, he is quite hurt. I mean, if they want to get back into the round, but look at this. Again, you were talking about Reap What You Sow, really good at playing passively when he's this low on health. And the rest of the team coming to the rescue, make sure that they can't hunt him down. He goes immaterial. They're looking to secure this orb, and indeed they're able to. Good CC coming out from them as well, getting that Petrify. Oh, down goes
It's always that little tiny bit at the end, you know? Onslaught is very good at, this is the thing, right? When you are trying to defeat your opponent, you don't need to win 100-0, right? You don't need to win 90-10. You don't need to win 80-20. You only need to win 51-49.
That's right.
And Onslaught is very good, and in fact, it's those situations where people make the most mistakes, right? When you see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know, when you're almost there, that's when you get a little bit antsy, and Onslaught says, sorry, we're going to take advantage of your greedy plays.
Exactly. That's when you're prone to some punishment. Potentially, that's one of the things Onslaught is really good at as well, capitalizing on mistakes. And already Averse getting run at heavily. He's taking just about half health. They are all over Averse right now.
Reap What You Sow, and I think Ninja's kind of messed it up for everybody. Or Trinth hit the Clarity Potion. That double incapacitate from Reap What You Sow instantly dispelled. Good aggression on the side of Deadly Explosion. That's the kind of pace you need to start challenging Onslaught like that if you want a chance at beating them. You need to know how to treat their disrespect equally.
That's right. Give them Give him the disrespect right back. Give him the tood. Oh, stuns, all sorts of good stuff coming out. Ninja is so hurt. Goes down. Reap what you sow, last man up. So Deadly Explosion should, or they will, I should say, tie this puppy right back up, 2-2. Trent, the hero.
Yeah.
The hero. Thanks, Trent.
Clarity Potion is a good skill.
Hey, Clarity Potions, yeah, it's a good ability, that one.
I feel like it's the one that a lot of new players struggle with for Lucy. You know, a lot of them just kind of throw it randomly, but really what puts you over the edge is knowing exactly how to use it to aid your teammates or really hamper your opponents.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of timing as well as foresight. Ooh, Afflosion is in there. He gets the counter right as Haste gets popped, and he lands the second spear too. That's going to be really important. He has a lot of pressure. He's going real aggressive, and now Versus out of cooldowns. But where's the team? Here comes Trinity Infinity. They're going to put out pressure, but again, too aggressive, too aggressive. Way too aggressive.
No. Ninjas might be a target for them. I think he still has his counter, but at this point, it's just Trinity trying to survive.
I can't believe he landed that pass. That's such a hard shot to land.
Well, one thing I want to give Trent credit for is that he's actually been dealing with, I mean, at least on that pass round, I believe it's kind of been a trend in the game, is that Trent in general has been pretty good at dealing with Reap What You Sow, trying to get onto him. It's one of the things that makes Trent such a good Lucy, is that he's really able to deal with Reap What You Sow pretty well, to the point where there's times where Reap What You Sow just he's forced to go and change targets because Trent does such a good job at dealing with him and avoiding his damage. And
that's a big part of the reason, though, why Afflosion died in that last round, right? Because Trent had to deal with Reap What You Sow and wasn't healing Afflosion.
Yeah.
So he could support the aggression that Afflosion wanted. Oh, that's a huge clarity potion there. But I think Afflosion has it back.
Oh, man,
God! This is real bad. This is so bad right now. Uses a Swift Roll, but he's going to die anyways. Oh, the clarity potion was big. We'll see, though. Huge bear coming out.
It sucks that he stacked the zap and the barrier on top of that, so now he has nothing, just as I was giving him credit.
Yeah.
He goes and dies. But that was
That's what happens when
you
get caught in a three-man vortex.
Yep. That vortex was actually huge.
It's very, very expensive, right? Because everybody spends mobility, everybody's exposed, nobody wants to commit. Meanwhile, your healer is standing right next to the double DPS, or rather the Sirius of Shifu. And
and it's just poopy dooped.
Yeah, poopy doop.
Poopy dooped. Well, Onslaught looking to take map number 1. They've got the map point. Deadly Explosion trying to find their rhythm. So far here, last round, Trent's just kind of got melted from the get-go.
Oh, he's got the return. There's the U-turn. He gets the haste as well. Hits into Ninja's counter. Oh, Reap What You Sow tags it. There's a double link cap. Watch the counter. He does hit into it, but gets a lot of damage there off the impel in the incapacity.
Nice clarity potion to bring Augflosion back from the Petrify, and
nice
Tornado
timing.
is going to be used.
Trent is.
They're trying to finish off a
so
burst
well.
right here. Oh, they
Watch
didn't play it
out.
on his counter though.
He needs to get more shields. Afflosion lands a spear. The petrifying bolt is going to whiff this time. He needs some kind of healing. Counter is down for Reap What You Sow, but his positioning is pretty good. Ninjas is a first.
Wow. I don't even
That
know.
was some straight Call of Duty right there. Trinity Infinity had the lead.
Well, they double stacked the zap and barrier again, but I think
That was some sick accuracy.
I think they might be okay. Ninja's pretty low.
Nice
no,
for Trent.
He's petrified from Trent, and he just sits there and stares him down afterwards.
Dodges the spear as well.
Oh man.
Trent, no fear.
No fear, man. He's still
Okay,
trying
maybe
to
a little
deal
bit
with
fear.
Oh, they're raining Hellfire down onto him. It is a 2v3, but they managed to take down Ninjas right afterwards, getting the trade. So Reap What You Sow now into a
He wants to
1 versus
spin.
2.
He's spinning.
He could.
Oh, taser.
Oh no, he probably had to hit that counter if he was gonna do this. Now it's just gonna go into the Whirling Blade. Does get the end cap to shut him down.
Oh my God! Oh, he gets counter on the cannonball. Oh, Trinity Infinity won that sick killing blow.
Almost, but there we go. Deadly Explosion. They keep themselves in it. Man, I loved seeing Trent shut down the ultimate And then he just kind of like sat there right next to Reap What You Sow after he hit him with the Petrify.
Yeah.
I
he wanted to
connect
hit the Clarity Potion because I think he was trying to make the read that Reap What You Sow would pop his immaterial right then.
Yeah.
So he wanted to toss a Clarity Potion and could have bounced him away and dispel that.
Well done from Deadly
That's
Explosion.
a lot down the middle. And the second one down for Efflosion, so I don't think he should be pushing in that aggressive, and him pulling back is really smart here. Uh-oh.
Trinity going to return to
See,
safety.
Versus is in kind of an awkward spot. He will spend the Tornado, and now he's got haste and is running around.
Deadly Explosion. Get one. Get that orb. I should say, getting petrified, though. Was Ogflosion. Got the clarity. Bring him
Oh, the
back.
fact that they lost out on the Green Orbs is really big for Deadly Explosion. Gets the incapacity on the healer. Deadly Inject comes down, and the Impale as well. There's so much to heal. Can Ninjas keep up? The Spear is going to whiff on the Tornado. That's actually really good target selection for a reverse. Everybody's so low here. Efflosion might get dunked just a bit. We'll see. He makes it to his immaterial.
Nice goo.
Crippling goo coming down, and that's going to kind of protect Trinth for a little bit.
Nice.
There it is.
2v3, both players from Onslaught incredibly hurt. Reap What You Sow among them, getting stunned up in the middle of the ultimate. Deadly Explosion have brought themselves back. We're tied at 4-4 in map number 1.
We've seen it before. We've seen it so many times. And we should know well enough to not be convinced that this is still something that Deadly Explosion can close out, because it's their classic problem. They keep, and even if they win a map, they've won a map before, and they've just lost 2.
Yep.
They need to keep that focus in. That's the champion's mentality.
That's
you
right.
need to have the discipline to really follow through and close it out, and just understand that you have what it takes. There's nothing special needs to be added.
Just
You
do
just
your
need
thing.
to keep going. Efflosion whiffs the incapacity. That's really bad.
Uh-oh.
He's about to get dunkied. All the barriers come out while he stacks his immaterial. There's just every defensive cooldown under the sun was just spent there, and now he will fall. He's trying to get to the green orbs. He might have his immaterial up just in time, and there it is. He's healing up with the EX immaterial. And again, the double barriers come out.
Yeah.
Just barely surviving.
They really need to watch the stacking of those barriers if they can, because down goes Trinity. And this could be trouble. Nice double Petrify, though. As trying to follow up onto a versus Ogflosion, but he's got to make sure he stays alive. Double in cap as well to follow through, but they are down at a big health disadvantage. Right now, Deadly Explosion, and down goes Ogflosion, and that should be enough for Onslaught to take map number 1. Indeed, it will be. They grab it up and take a 1-0 lead in our grand finals here. Man, Deadly Explosion so close to bringing that one home, but Onslaught, you know, that's one of the other things that they do just so well. They get into a scenario where they're, you know, they might be on the ropes a little bit, right? And then, you know, they
It's
don't
that whole
panic.
thing. It's the
and they
same
just
thing as
play
when
their
they
game.
win rounds, you know?
Yep.
Win by 51-49, right? It doesn't matter how close you get. If you can't close it out against them, they're still consistently beating you.
Yeah.
It might be close every single time, but when you really think about it, how close is it? They've consistently beat you out every single time in this situation. The consistency is key. I don't care if you blow your opponents out. I don't care if you just barely win. The fact is that you won. It's 1 or 0. Did
Yep.
it happen? Did it not?
Exactly.
And it always seems to happen for Onslaught.
Yep. No one cares what the round score was.
Mhm.
It's just all about whether you got that number 1 on the scoreboard.
If
after
that's
you
what
take
it
the map.
takes to beat your opponent, and maybe even sometimes when you're trying to blow your opponent away, maybe you're showing them too much, right? Maybe you're giving them too many of the answers too quickly, whereas you can kind of lead them on this cycle of mind games if you just you let them think, oh, this strategy is working, and then you systematically just barely crush it, and like, oh, now they're not sure. Is that something that will work, right? Maybe they say, oh, you know, maybe we should try it again, and you're like, great, I'm just going to beat it again, you know?
Great,
Leave
nice
them-
try. Yeah.
You drop the candy on the floor, and each candy is actually an empty wrapper. But
Debated.
every once in a while, you have one that is actually filled, and they're like, oh.
Like, ooh,
oh.
hello there.
Well,
tasty.
maybe the rest will also be filled with candy. They keep following the trail.
We'll
Onslaught's
see.
just sitting there.
I don't know. I have faith in Deadly Explosion, though, because,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been in
You
this
definitely
scenario
don't want to
before.
stack your cooldowns, right?
Yeah, that was
It
one of the big
happens.
things that we saw a lot was double stacking barriers, right, or like zap and barrier. That happened a lot for Deadly Explosion at pretty really important times, really pivotal times, and like the worst time to double stack barriers. It seemed like that was when they were doing it. So that's definitely something to look at for Deadly Explosion. And you could also see too, just it was right on that last round. Onslaught is just so good at recognizing when someone is in trouble. Because Augflosion got into trouble pretty early on in the rounds. He didn't have much else. They knew that the barrier and Zap were stacked, and there was nothing else. And I mean, you literally saw all of Onslaught just turn and focus all of their attention onto Augflosion. They were worried about nothing else, and they knew that they could just keep that up, and eventually they whittled him down, killed him, got the player advantage early, and just snowballed from there and took it home. So, you know, that's the thing we were saying before. Onslaught really good at capitalizing on mistakes. It's one of the things that makes them so good is that you misstep for just a second, Onslaught's going to be able to capitalize and finish it off. So
they see that your cooldowns are offset, and they will keep pressuring you to force you to constantly spend your cooldowns in uncomfortable situations.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. I mean, there was, even after that, there were more immaterials that barriers spent on top of it just because Deadly Explosion was being put under that pressure. They couldn't play at the pace that Onslaught was putting on them.
Well, it's map number 2, folks. Onslaught took the first one. Can Deadly Explosion respond? Double in cap. Augflosion, well done, but not a whole lot of follow-up off the CC. Nice panic out from Trent as well to keep Reap What You Sow at bay, but they're looking to re-engage here. Now that that orb is up, who's going to be able to get it? It is Onslaught here, and actually Reap What You Sow.
Oh, it connects.
Oh, well done from Augflosion not to bite on the counter.
And he avoids the 3-stack impale. If he had landed that, Reap What You Sow would be in a lot of trouble, but he whiffs.
A big whiff. Oh, now they just... Oh, nice Petrify right as he started the ultimate.
Nice. This is Trouble Town.
Trouble Town engaged.
Really good patient play for Augflosion there. Got the CC chain. And Precision Strike to close out the kill on Reap What You Sow. It was good.
Ooh, counter not going to hit from Ninjas. Now he's spaced. There's really nothing left for Ninjas. They could easily go onto him right now, and yes, they will. They get all over him, though. Trent ends up going down. But it is a verse. 1 versus 2. What can he do? Right now, what can he do in this scenario? It is doable for him. If he can get those greens over on the left-hand side, that'd be huge for him, but he just uses Tornado. Now going into haste, Augflosion. Well done from him to deny those greens from him. And there he goes.
Yep, the in-cap combo.
Gotta love it. Deadly Explosion coming out swinging. Put one on the board. God, look at that view. I want to have my wedding here.
What?
So nice. I want my wedding right in the middle of that battlefield with that view in the background. So good.
I'm sure that you could actually, if you had enough money, get somebody to construct something.
No, I'm traveling right to where this spot is. I'm going there. Don't ask questions. It's happening. I will make it happen with all that esports money. I tell you. Well, anyway, it is now into round number 2.
Your dreams are grand, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, they'll
But
never
dreams,
happen.
They will remain.
They'll never happen. Yep, just a dream. That's dying.
It's dead.
It's already dead. She's gone. Oh, Reap What You Sow looking to get in on to Trinity. Got the in-cap. That'll take the player out of the fight momentarily. Now Ninja's coming back in. Oh, nice snag of the orb from Reap What You Sow as well. Pulling it towards him, making sure that he secured it for his team.
Good incapacitate there. Augflosion is going to be building up some stacks. It gets chunky damage onto a verse. A verse gets on the piggy.
Getting on that piggy. Ride him, boy. Oh, man, they were just stuffed inside of that choke, and it was just hell raining down.
Yep, a verse got on the piggy and just ran away. And then they were left in an awkward spot where the target that they originally came for was no longer in the castle.
Scoot diddly boot. There goes Trinity.
It's a trap.
It is a trap, I tell you. Past the trials. Thank you, Ninjas. Onslaught. Get around. Around right back on the board. Woo!
I like it.
1-1. Man, I'm pumped.
All right, which are you going to pick, Ninjas? Lethal Slash.
Lethal Slash.
He wants the extra damage.
This Thursday on BattleRekt. Watch Ninjas pick Lethal Slash, which really isn't all that exciting. But it's all right. Here we go. Round number 3.
Man. That's your BattleRekt. That's your BattleRekt analysis.
That's right.
Of the day.
That's all I can do.
Slash.
Lethal Slash.
Oh, stoned up.
Oh, hello.
but Weaken is going to mitigate a lot of the damage here.
Uh-oh, Augflosion, he's going to be in some trouble here. Already used his counter and material, but doesn't look like Onslaught's. Oh, yep, now maybe they'll go for it. Yeah,
oh
he
my
just
god,
got
Augflosion just got stuffed there.
minced meat.
Just 3 wrong moves in a row.
Ah, the barrier stack.
Yeah,
That's trouble.
it's tough. See, this is the thing against Onslaught. Every time, almost every single time you make a kill against Onslaught, you're kind of limping, you're really weak, and you have to scramble to kind of set yourself up. I feel like every time Onslaught makes a kill, they're just running around, pressing buttons, skipping down the fields happily, hand in hand.
In a nice field of flowers.
Having a grand old time.
All is good with the world.
Yeah.
What a nice day it is here, too. Look at that view. So nice. Even a sick koi pond.
Koi Pond.
Well, Onslaught have taken their lead. Map number 2 here. It's 2-1. They've got a couple of back-to-back rounds, so a little bit of momentum in their favor. Still a long way to go in the map, or it is secured. But if Onslaught managed to take this, that is 5 weeks in a row for them of BattleRekt the Proving Ground victories.
Definitely not out of the realm of possibility.
No.
It really seems like what's there to stop him? Augflosion gets the Weaken dispelled immediately. He pops the counter this time, but gets hit up by the Weaken again. Oh, and the X-Strike comes in on top of the Petrify. He can still get away from the snare. Reaper Yusuf's kind of committed himself to this position, but I think he's going to win out the duel. Onslaught at the orb, and now, oh, that Clarity Potion was not, not okay.
Not ideal.
Things are not okay, but Reaper Yusuf might just die here. He has to pop his material. He needs to back away. Ninjas makes the kill happen, and then the Amazon Fresh for the double kill. Oh my god! Oh man, Ninjas must have gotten
Clarity Potion from Trent.
the triple kill. 2 bananas delivered, done and done. Hard day's work.
Hard day's work.
I'll wake up.
Get them bananas. Get them bananas.
I deliver bananas.
Yeah, man, his bananas don't look too appetizing, though.
Ninjas Diddles Jr.
And they're like, it's just like a purple thing.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't eat that banana.
It's gross. It's a
I
pretty
wouldn't-
gross banana.
Yeah, that thing's like been sitting around on your counter for a couple months or years. Not ideal, but it is 3-1 now. Onslaught.
What is it, the FDA? That controls like food
Yes.
and drugs and stuff like that?
Yep. Not FDA
somebody
approved.
somebody needs to check out Ninja's operation,
Yeah.
Ninja's business.
A little fishy if you ask me.
Yeah.
Oh. Tornado being
Oh
used by
god,
Verse.
Augflosion is in a little bit of trouble, but Ninja just posted up a selfie, so he can't really help. This might be a big opportunity. He's jumping in. There's nothing on Ninjas. Will they close in on him? It looks like a versus a target choice gets incapacitated. Ninjas definitely has a counter. Good EX poke, and here it is. Here's Trinity Infinity. Comes right back.
A Verse, though, still staying alive. Incredibly hurt at the moment. He's getting the heals. Oh, no, it didn't hit the counter, though, Ninjas, so that is bad news
Oh,
for
here
him.
it is again. Trith with the plays.
Oh,
Gets the
nice.
incapacitate, too.
Really nice in cap. Now, getting pulled in, though.
It's
by
okay.
Reaper
There's
Yusuf.
no more gap close here for Reap What You Sow. Ooh, the spacing.
Nice in cap. Oh, that
Oh.
is well set up
Yep.
by the Onslaught boys. So now we're in a 2v2, but a versus
Real low. Reap,
so
I
low.
could definitely see a situation where Reap What You Sow. Yep, he's just going to let him 2v1. I think this is fine. Just let him 2v1. Watch out for the in-cap. The in-cap's coming. Ah!
What? I don't even know how he died there.
I think he might have got hit by the explosion from a rocket.
No. Into
Oh,
the chop,
choppy
chop,
chop.
chop. Oh, nice counter hit. Where's the combo?
Oh my god. Just bouts of just smashing and then silence.
Deadly explosion.
Beat down.
And the beatdown. Pound
Look
town,
at
if you
Augflosion.
will.
Really looking alive. And I think that's great.
Yeah. I think it's great too, Rainey. Because we got a game.
Augflosion, and really the better Augflosion can perform, the farther Deadly Explosion can go as a team.
Oh. Augflosion
We'll
has
see,
gone.
he makes a connection there. Ninjas is in trouble. Incapacitated on a verse. He finally gets pulled out of it, but now Ninjas is in trouble. Who do you help?
Oh,
Who
verse.
do you help? And Explosion is going ham. There's
Wow.
the cheese, the bread on top. You got yourself a sandwich. Deadly Explosion is doing real. I don't know what that means, honestly.
I don't either, but I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling with it. Man, down goes Ninjas. What?
You know what? Exactly what we said. If Explosion turns on, that's when you know Deadly Explosion is in business, and that's exactly why.
And that's one of the things, Deadly Explosion, I touched on it before, but one of the keys to success, at least for a while for them last week when they gave Onslaught a run for their money, was getting onto a verse early, not letting him sit there and just dish out that damage. You know, you don't want to be silly about it, but they really were able to get onto a verse early on. They got him stuck in a rough spot, and there was really nothing for him to do. Once that tornado was used, he was pretty much screwed, and then Deadly Explosion capitalized. If they can manage to do that again and
they're
keep
going
doing
for
that,
it. Explosion showing just a little bit. The Haste's pop, but Explosion losing a lot of health here. He needs to be a little more measured, and that's a big connection. Got the X-Strike as well as an Impale. He's going to try to heal up as best he can. Trinity Infinity might get chased down here. Barely gets away. Barely gets away.
Explosion. He's getting quite low on health here, and he is even going to hit the counter. But
oh,
Goo.
no! The anti-synergy!
Oh, no.
Oh.
Actually panicked him right into the goo Ninjas, and they're not going to bite on Ninjas. Counter. So Explosion looking to get onto him here in the back. Ninjas having to space out of there. I don't think he has anything up at the moment.
Ninjas is ready for the counter. He's watching for it, I can tell. He's looking for it. He doesn't need it now. Oh, God, but he spent all of it. He spent both of it.
Oh,
Fried.
Constellations Confluence.
How does
Oh,
it feel to
more
double kill?
Constellations Confluence.
Here's the triple. Ninja's going for the triple again. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Oh!
Wait. Oh, they didn't say anything.
Oh.
I wanted to know who got that killing blow.
Boo hiss. Onslaught.
Boo.
Boo hiss. Not to Onslaught winning the round, but because no one said anything when they killed him. I'm pissed.
I want to say it was Ninjas, but...
I'm going to pretend it's Ninjas.
Yep.
Because it was a cool 3K.
Yeah. The cool 3K.
Real cool. Cool with a K. Here comes Onslaught. They have a match point in their hands. Deadly Explosion trying to hang on to it right here. Will it be 5 weeks in a row for Onslaught? Showing their dominance in the North American scene.
Oh, double incapacity, but bad synergy. Everybody just disappeared. Where'd they go?
Oh,
Explosion is about to get blown up.
Yeah, Explosion's in so much trouble. Goes in material, got zapped. But if they decide to jump on him, it could be real trouble. Good job denying some of those green orbs from Ninjas.
Oh, Ninjas!
Ninja's really low. Managed to hit his counter, though. Now down goes Lucy, and that might be it for Deadly Explosion. Onslaught looking really good to take this one. Can Explosion stay alive? No, he's going to go down. Now Trinity Infinity falls as well. 5 weeks in a row for Onslaught. Just unparalleled success for them in the North American BattleRekt scene. These guys are dominant. Deadly Explosion, we thought, were going to be the ones maybe this week to take them down, but Onslaught had other plans.
Onslaught was not about that.
No, they're not about that life. They're like, nah, this is ours. 5 in a row. Rainy, that's crazy.
5-0.
That is.
Hey, Onslaught
bonkers.
is very, very strong and good at what they do. They're not unbeatable.
Not unbeatable. Definitely not unbeatable.
Not unbeatable, but it does take a certain level of a player to be able to stand up to them. And I think what's difficult right now is that North American teams don't have many sources of kind of inspiration and practice partners to really help them, right? Because how do you practice against Onslaught when Onslaught are the only ones that can play at that level in your region, you know? And I think that's really tough.
Yep, does make things tough, certainly. I mean, the thing is, though, I feel like week by week, especially Deadly Explosion, they're the ones that really seem to be figuring them out a lot. I think they're slowly starting to figure out Onslaught. You know, we saw a really close map number 1 last week. They were within a round from beating Onslaught, Deadly Explosion. So I mean, maybe in another week or two. I mean, it's bound to happen one of these days, I'd imagine. Of course, Onslaught, I'm sure, think otherwise of that. But I mean, these teams are so close to cracking the code. I think it's just a matter of time. But still, you gotta hats off to Onslaught for just being able to have as much success as they have in this game thus far. But let's look at the bracket, see how things ran today. Onslaught 2-0 their whole way through this tournament, and they take down Deadly Explosion in the finals in the same fashion, and will take a 5th week in a row of BattleRekt Proving Grounds. $500 to split between the team as well, and along with those cool Scorpion mounts that they already have 90 of. But man, that is gonna be it. Onslaught, take it. Craziness. We'll see if Deadly Explosion or other teams can match up with them next week. And if you want to keep up with all things BattleRekt related or some of the other stuff we have going on here at NG, you can follow us on Twitter @WatchNGE. Keep up to date with everything. See when we go live with all of our stuff. And also, if you do want to sign up for BattleRekt Proving Grounds, you can go to BattleRekt.com and get in on the action. It's free to sign up. Anybody can play, so definitely get in on that as well. And if you want to check us out, you know, we do this a couple times a week. Well, we do it one day, twice during that day. This day, it's Thursday. We have EU in the morning. That is at, I know it's 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to cheat. 7 p.m. CET.
He cheated.
Yep, I cheated. And it is 5 p.m. PST, of course, for the NA side of things, and then 2 a.m. CET. So definitely check things out. But Rainey, it's been a good day. It was good to have you back on the desk.
Yeah, it was good to be back. I might go back and hide in a dumpster.
We hope not.
I might disappear. Use my own version of camouflage.
Send your regards.
Yeah.
Send your regards. Hopefully, I'm sure we'll see him back here real soon. It's been a pleasure, and also big thanks to, of course, Stunlock, as well as Twitch for helping us put on BattleRekt The Proving Grounds. Couldn't have done it without them, and a huge thanks to you guys at home for tuning in with us here this evening for the NA side of things. Saw some pretty good matches. Onslaught, take it again. That's 5 weeks in a row for them. We'll see if someone next week can manage to take them down. But for myself, Gex, Rainey, and the rest of us here at NG, we say thank you, so long, and good night. We'll see you next week.